to get out alone and figure it out on my own. And I know what I really want now. Can't stop me, can't break me. But don't kill me, don't make me. Shoot for the stars, don't save me. And now I see clear in HD. Gotta go hard, gotta go hard. I ain't got time to waste. I ain't got time. I gotta go high, gotta go high. I gotta elevate, I gotta elevate. They wanna fight, they wanna fight. I'm just gonna let them hate, I'm just gonna let them hate. I gotta go high, gotta go high. I gotta elevate, I gotta elevate. You gotta choose a side, you gotta choose a side. You gotta do what's right, or you gonna lose the fight. You gotta go hard, choose a side. I'm just gonna let them hate. You gotta go hard, gotta do what's right. I gotta elevate.
I'm a well slinger, so a gunslinger, no millimeter. This is my arena. I'm the black widow with a bad stinger, and I make you scream like a bad singer. I'm everything that you wanna be, plus more. Since there's no heroes anymore, jump out the window, give up the mask on. Who the bad man that the man got a bash on? Oh, we'll never link up. Blink and you will see us. Thumbprints about the ink up. See me in the NYC. You can never swing my knee. No, oh, we'll never link up. Blink and you will see us. See me in the NYC. Home of the B.I.G. Yo, baby, stand to me. I just plan to be something powerful for my family. I try to balance life and my sanity. Show a different side of humanity. So amazing, keep up praising. Save you from a whole invasion. Chasing robbers from the bank. You facing friendly neighborhoods.
Gotta go hard, I ain't got time to waste. I ain't got time, I gotta go high, gotta go high. I gotta elevate, I gotta elevate. They wanna fight, they wanna fight. I'm just gonna let them hate, I'm just gonna let them hate. I gotta go high, gotta go high. I gotta elevate, I gotta elevate.
Okay, I fight crime through the nighttime. When the light shine, I go python. I'm falling on my last lifeline. There's no way in my right mind. My city up on my back tight. How can I possibly act right? I'm Robin Hood, I'm the Black Knight. I know you heard of my last fight, cause I win over and over again. Battling evil, I'm hoping to win. Fighting my demons, I'm nice for a reason. Attached with the bleeding, I'm showing my sins. How can you expect me to stay sane? Protect me. My technique go X speed on highways and jet ski.
I ain't got no time to be hanging around. Nobody trying to figure out if they good or evil. I'm fighting the crime, saving your lives one at a time. I'm killing the rhymes, I do it for the people. I'm Peter Parker running through the six with a bag full of tricks. My boy, you better choose a side. I may have lost the battle, but I will not lose the war. I can promise you I will not lose this time. I did it all independent, no really all independent. Now we winning. I got my homies cooking up in the kitchen. Intuition, so we gon' have to win it. Confess opinions, the world is mine, and you gon' have to pay me attention. And I did everything that I did on my own. I'm a one-on-one for real, that can never be a clone. Better talk to me nice, better watch your tone. And I'm putting on for my whole zone, so I gotta go hard.
I gotta elevate, I gotta elevate.
All right, I'm mute. Okay, I'm not mute anymore. I shouldn't be mute anymore. I gotta elevate. Oh boy. W song. Yes, sir. W song. W song. For all my Spider-Verse niggas out there, for all my Spider-Verse. Wait. What you mean by history leaked? Wait. What are you talking about? My history ain't leaked. Yo ass is tweaking. Song link? Bro, it's right here. The song is called Elevate. It's from Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. That's where this song's from. Dude, I can't hear you. Your audio isn't on or something. Hang on, wait. What you mean you can't hear me? Nah, my audio's on, homie. It's you. Can y'all hear me? Hold up, bro. Hold up, bro. What you mean, nigga? What history? What are y'all talking about? There's nothing bad. There's nothing bad about my history here. What are y'all talking about? Y'all talking about so we saw your history. What you mean? Oh, they trolling? Cause I'm like, I don't watch porn on my computer. The fuck? I'll watch that shit on my phone. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. All right. I'm gonna stop. Y'all talking about some of my history got leaked. I'm like, yo, y'all niggas tweet. Okay, y'all trolling. No, I'm not showing. I'm not fucking showing you my history. Hollow Ichigo, what's good? But what's happening, y'all? We back for another stream. So soon. Oh boy, we about to be reacting to some more bad takes. My audio is just low. Hang on. Bro. Okay, what about now? My audio should be better now. What about now? What's good? Feather Guardian. We got Feather Guardian, G-Loans here. Bully Morales, Drew. How y'all doing? Phoenix says, I crashed out after hearing Kimiko talkie. Low key. Bro, I don't want to hear nobody dissing the finale. I don't want to hear it. Bro, how we feeling about this finale? It's worse? Okay, you trolling. You trolling, bro. Fuck you. Somebody said perfect. Perfect. Bro, how we feeling about this finale, bro? Bro, this finale was a straight up 9 out of 10. Bro, this finale was fucking absolutely insane. Like, holy fuck, Butcher. Hang on. We gotta pull up Butcher killing Newman, because that shit was cold as fuck. Bro, you were wrong about Kimiko and Frenchie. All right, let me address that, because I know y'all are gonna come at me. Hey, you know what? Hang up. Let me pull up. Where's Kimiko and Frenchie? A lot of people are saying, I'll just take the L. I'll admit it. I was wrong. Okay. I did not think they were going to go down that route. I didn't say it was impossible. I was assuming they weren't going to go down that route because it was kind of already established throughout the seasons. They were like, hey, you know, we're family, stuff like that. So I just kind of assumed that that's what they were going with. Because like I said, the writing with them, it was set up to where it could go either way, right? They could be in a relationship romantically, or they can be in like a sibling relationship. Because here's the thing. I do think that you can have a relationship that's still like super significant, but not romantic. So that's the angle that I thought they were going to take. But hey, this is why I was telling everybody with Colin. This is why I was telling everybody complaining about Colin. I was saying wait until the season is done. Obviously, this is going towards a certain direction. I was telling everybody, hey, wait till the season is done. But I'll take my L. I was wrong. Only because I didn't think they were actually going to do it. I didn't think they were going to do it. That's all it is. Colin was a plot device. Like, I think the whole point with Colin and Frenchie, because like I said, the whole thing with Colin is it was just essentially just a means of Frenchie's past catching up to him, right? That's essentially what Colin was. And the fact that Frenchie and Kimiko are like way too fucked up to be with normal people. Because you see, Frenchie and Colin were trying it. They're like, it's just not going to work. Colin was still pointless. Fair enough. There are some criticisms with the Frenchie storyline. I'll say that. But I still think the way they got there was okay. It's just my opinion. But there were some points where like it kind of dragged a little bit. We'll just say that. But that's all. I now seeing what they were going for, everything makes sense. Okay. It was good. I busted a nut when Butcher killed Newman. Yeah, bro. What the fuck? Yeah, bro. You said you busted a nut when Butcher killed Newman. Yo, y'all are nuts. But this shit was insane, bro. Like, bro, tentacles? Dog. Shit, bro. The way he kind of just grabs Huey and just kind of just like, get out the way, nigga. I'm here for Newman. Bro. Shit. And that's the thing. I don't understand these people saying that like the way Butcher killed Newman didn't make any sense. I mean, because if you look at it, like he covered her eyes first. He covered her eyes first so that she couldn't use his powers on him. So that's why she couldn't just pop him. I feel like it does make sense. Why are people saying the way she went out doesn't make sense? Yeah, bro, Butcher is literally Venom. Like, this is literally what he is. It's fucking Venom. Newman got what she deserved. Look at this shit. Yeah, damn. I'm just more shocked Newman's daughter didn't do anything. Yes, she did. Hang on. I think she tried to go at him. She did. He did do something. Where was she at? Hold up. Hold up. There's Zoe. I think she did do something. Yeah, and then he swats her away. Yeah, she did attack him. But he just knocked her out before she could do anything. Feel sorry for her daughter. I wonder if she'll come for revenge next season. She probably will. Not that it'll matter. Because Butcher's winning that fight anyways. Butcher is one bottle of Temp V away from swinging to the White House. Oh, yeah. Y'all saw that fucking season 5 poster shit, bro? Hang on. The Boys season... What the fuck? The fuck was that shit? Escape. Y'all saw this shit? Hold up. The Boys season 5 poster? And he was standing in front of, like, the White House and shit? Yeah. That's definitely where it's going, bro. That's definitely where it's going. I honestly thought the way that Newman died was kind of underwhelming. It feels like they just killed her because they don't have any plans for her character. I mean, not necessarily. Because the whole point was for her to work with Homelander. And then, you know, she flipped on Homelander because he was threatening Zoe. So, I mean, and plus the whole point of season 4... The whole point of season 4 was to kill Newman. And they did. She's dead. So they technically accomplished their goal. Like they knew what they wanted to accomplish. They wanted to kill Newman. Newman's dead. I don't get what you mean when you said they don't know what to do with their character. They clearly knew what to do. Like they wanted her to die. Do you think Stan Edgar will come back next season and do something with her daughter? Because where did he go? Yeah, Edgar's definitely coming back, bro. Edgar's definitely coming back. But how y'all doing today? How y'all doing? Notice me, High C? I notice you, Pizza Man. Butcher is probably the strongest in the universe now. Maybe. Comic Butcher crashed out? Yeah. He's definitely going towards... Oh, shit! Daffy's here. I thought your ass was hiding, nigga. I was texting him and calling him. I was like, where you at? Hang on, y'all. Hang on. So, for this stream, we're obviously going to be reacting to some more bad takes. We got some bad takes lined up here. But for this one, I actually know this guy. I texted him. I was like, hey, you want to come on for the stream? And I think he can, actually. Where's he at? Where is he at? So sorry. Okay, wait, hey, hang on. Oh, shit. Hold up. Had some family stuff come up. I'm here, waiting and call. Okay, we're good. Hang on. Should I fucking... All right, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Where are my fucking headphones at? We finna get started. Hang on. I just gotta do this. Like that. Hold up. I'm coming. Daffy, hang on. I'm coming. I swear. We finna get started. All right. Just gotta put my earphones in. God damn it. I didn't think he was actually gonna fucking join though. All right. Hello?
Yo, what's up?
Hold up. Oh shit. Okay.
Yo,
All right.
I am so sorry for the delay. I hate being late. I had some family drama come up, so I apologize. But I'm good.
Oh shit. No. You straight. How you doing?
I'm chilling, bro.
All
Chilling, man. How
right.
about you? Yo, your channel. Yo. No, I'm not even gonna start this off with glazing because we got legitimate beef. We got legitimate beef, but your channel is popping off, bro.
Dude,
Bro,
like it is.
your these videos are crazy.
Like it is literally insane because I know like I remember we were both like at 1,000 subscribers and now just like seeing how far we've come, it's literally just like it's insane, man.
Dude, I remember finding it was your CW Flash. I think it was season 7 with the Batwoman. Not a Batwoman. It was like the Red Death. It was a Red Death. It was at the Red Death video. I remember seeing that.
Oh, yeah,
And
the
actually
Red
you'll get
Death
into
video?
contact with you and everything like that. And yeah, dude, I'm just like seeing. I'm like, dude, this dude's channel is just whoo. So I just want to say congratulations on that, man. That's fantastic.
Appreciate
Because
it.
you're almost at 6. Oh, you passed 6. Yeah, you passed 6. That's awesome.
Yeah, dude. Like, and just when I made that Red Death video, I literally had no clue what I was doing. Like, I had no clue what channel I wanted to be. It literally just happened to blow up. So,
That's awesome. Congratulations. But I gotta say, we got some beef. So
turn
see,
him down.
so
Okay, wait, hang on.
oh, my bad.
No,
Am I loud?
You straight. They said turn him
Cool.
down. Okay, wait.
I'm loud,
now.
just like in my videos. Cool. Am I good?
Just like it is
Chat.
videos.
Chat, am I good?
All right, I turned him down a little bit. Is that better?
Chat, y'all let me know.
Like,
Chat,
dude,
chat,
not
too boisterous.
I remember, dude, because you used to tune into my streams. We used to have streams with like 10, 20 people. Now I'm getting ready to start the stream. There's like 30 niggas in the waiting room already. I'm like, yo,
Dude, that's actually a blessing, man. That is fantastic.
why
Congratulations.
don't you stream?
Dude, I stream actually every so often, more so now, because my girlfriend, like last year, she got me the HD60X because I had the S. And then like when I started doing more anime related content, I just like I don't really use it anymore. But
Right.
actually, I'm probably gonna stream after I leave this. I've been doing more like tier lists and stuff like that, and like using that for like my full length videos and everything like that.
Right, yeah.
But what I was saying is that we got beef because apparently my video is considered a bad take.
Yes, sir. We got beef, man.
Why is my video the face of the bad take?
Bro, you're literally made inventing bad takes, bro. This man, bro, this is the OG Daffy. Like, he makes anime content. He's almost at 8K. Y'all need to go check this dude out. High CHD, the type of guy to be at a healthy distance from his mic. This motherfucker Daffy up in his mic's grill. So if he comes too loud, he loud as fuck. I've literally never done any shit like this before. So if there's like any like difficulties, I'm sorry.
I could turn my gain down if y'all need me to.
Maybe turn it down a little bit because they said
I got you.
turn mine up and his needs to go down. Okay, I'll turn mine up a little bit more. It goes into the red.
Ooh, mine is all the way down on my Blue Yeti. Let me see if I can do something.
Yeah.
Fucking computer. Lord have mercy.
All right. I'll read
Input volume. How about I turned down to like 70-ish. Is this better?
Yeah, I sense the change. I don't know if they sense the change. Where I'm at, it's loud as fuck.
Where I'm at, it's loud as
We've already seen New Noir.
What's your channel name again? The OG Daffy is my channel. Is this Chad? Is this better?
Okay, they said we're good on the audio. Okay, so we're straight. So,
so actually, before we oh yeah, go ahead. My bad.
No, you're straight. Go ahead.
I was gonna say before you actually transitioned over to my video, because my video I recorded the night of season 7, so the night of the penultimate episode of the season. So some things in that video that I made, they were changing the finale, or like the biggest thing being Sister Sage. I didn't really talk about her as much. I did like that change, but as far as the Newman thing, what I was saying is I actually think Newman wanted to die. I don't.
Oh, interesting.
She could have killed Butcher as soon as he walked in. As soon as he walked in and he had that look in his eyes, everybody was like, "Yo, Butcher, chill out, relax." She could have just done it. But granted, everything that was happening, Homelander literally calling her on the phone saying, you know, like, "I will do this to your daughter," whatever like that.
Yeah.
I think for her it was a selfish moment, and she was just like, "Bro, I can't do this. Like, I'll get impeached. Like, my life is ruined. Blah blah. My family will never know peace.
Well,
I'm good on this."
Oh, sorry to cut you off. She was
You're good.
planning to work with the boys. I think she just more so wasn't accounting for Butcher. She kind of saw Butcher came in and just assumed that obviously he wouldn't be like super cool with it, but she kind of just assumed she didn't know everything that went down with Butcher. She like she didn't know that he was gonna go in there and like wow out and stuff like that.
Yes, but I do think like if you, I'm gonna pull up the episode, but if you look at her and when he walks in and he like kind of like before those tentacles come out of his chest, she kind of like is like she's like whatever. Like I don't really think that. I think she was like she did want to help. Obviously, she did want to help. She did want to turn on Homelander and do all this stuff, whatever. But I really think that at this time, I think she was just like, you know what, fuck it, who cares?
Somebody in chat
Because it's gonna be
says,
more pain, more suffering, and that's my opinion. I don't think it's concrete.
yeah, somebody says, I think she was more worried about her daughter, so she was skeptical of Butcher, but didn't kill him to avoid the boys turning on her.
Maybe I think that was just more of a selfish moment. We might not know. That's obviously up for debate and everything like that. Because like they've been kind of inconsistent with their power stuff the season anyway. It's not that big a deal. I mean, yeah, you have that farm episode where like there's that one chicken that's like about to come and like kill Edgar, and she kills it in motion. But then everything else, like the sheep, like they're about going the same speed, and she kills them. It's not that big a deal. It's a small thing. I don't know.
Oh, firstly, she had no idea.
The CGI on Bush, the CGI on Butcher's tentacles was so bad.
Really? I think it was okay.
It was horrible. It was so bad.
I mean, I think they look fine. I mean, the boys has never really been the best, like the best CGI wise though either. So I think it looked fine. She had no clue about his new powers.
It's true, but like for all she could, like he could have had something. I mean, they don't really like each other anyway, so I don't know. But as far as the boys like effects, no, they've done a fantastic job on effects time and time again. Not just with the gore and viscera, but I literally just saw this clip the other day. You have in season 1, you have that scene of Homelander, and there's that one like little boy and his father on the plane, and Homelander's flying outside of it. And then he's like, he waves at him, then he shoots the plane down. That entire scene looks absolutely gorgeous.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I mean, like, this is the one thing, like, even like Love Sausage, like his look good. Pause, but
he's looking.
No, I think it's just like it's just a small thing.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Somebody said she didn't know, she had none of them had a clue what Butcher was gonna do when he walked in there. Yeah. So I don't think Victoria. I think Victoria had a feeling, but like I said, none of them really knew. But I know what you're talking about when he took down that plane. Yeah, that should look. Yeah, it looked pretty good.
And he's floating in the sky and everything like that, or even his raid on that one base in the Middle East. I forgot, like everything. Like his lasers consistently look great. So like the effects team, they definitely they can do it. I just think there's like it's the end of the season. Crunch, blah blah. It was just the only thing like I was like, bro, those are like yes. But overall, the season did look good from a special effects perspective.
Fair enough. Okay, so your video. Season 4 of The Boys is a massive waste of time. Now, I guess you're technically main eventing the bad takes. I guess it's more so like
main event is crazy. On the main card, that's wild.
It's more so like I don't agree. I don't think objectively that The Boys season 4 is trash, which is what your thumbnail says. I feel like that's a little bit more so of the bad take part. Like, cause I'm aware of its like flaws. Like it clearly has flaws. Like I could even accept if you say like, okay, the season's maybe mid, but I feel like trash is pushing it. To be real with you.
So. Here's the thing. Number one, you're a YouTuber. You understand clickbait. I don't even clickbait like that. But here's the thing. Is it the weakest season of The Boys? Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
by a mile. But is it still entertaining television? Is it digestible for your common audience? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yes. I'm just a fucking nerd. You're a nerd too, and like we ingest this type of stuff 24/7 all day.
Of course, yeah.
I've you know what I mean. So obviously it's hyperbole. Is it like the worst thing I've ever seen in my life? No, but. A lot of these things that I mentioned in the video, they bother me because actually I do like the show.
Yeah. So I get what you're saying. So you want to go ahead and get into your video? We can just like discuss.
You can play it. And we can pause where you want to pause. I'm standing on all this. I'm standing on all of it.
All right, yeah. So that's the thing. Hey, me and Daffy, we're cool. He hates the season, and obviously he's not one of those woke types. So I kind of wanted to have a little bit of a discourse because I don't want to seem like every person who hates the season is just like, oh, it's just woke. Like, obviously that's disingenuous. So I kind of wanted to.
Bro, I am anti-woke as fuck, bro. I wake up every day. I play like 3 videos of Tyrone Magnus in the quartering and fucking Critical Drinker. I like inject that shit in my blood, bro.
This man's got a whole nerdotic playlist.
Oh
my goodness, dude. All right, so we could go ahead and get into it, and then I have a couple other vids lined up, but you know, I obviously you could leave if you're good to go like after you. How long do you plan on staying on in the stream?
I'm chilling right now.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get into this vid. Ready for this? The show is garbage. Comic is better. All right, bro. Well, whatever.
I know, no.
Because we have this dude in chat who just hates the show. It's just like, don't ban him or anything. Don't do it. He can express his opinion, but it's just like, all right, bro, whatever. I think more episodes could have potentially helped this season. I kept wanting more, but it seemed like not everything was addressed, leading me to hope. Well, you got to keep in mind that this is also a setup season, right? So it's kind of
everything addressed. That's interesting. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of this, even if that were the case, this is all like a setup season. So obviously this is all leading into season 5. And obviously with that being the final season, that's where like all the gloves are going to come off. And we can just assume all the plot lines are going to be resolved. So that's what I got to say to that. All right. You ready, Daffy?
Man, I've been ready. I've been waiting on this. I've been waiting on this here. Ooh,
all right, so before we get into
bro, I lost like 20 subs from this video.
Fuck, man. Hey, it's all good. Respect your opinion. Y'all be sure to like the stream, by the way. We got 100 niggas in here. Y'all be sure to like the stream. Let's get into it.
100 people in here. Ooh.
We got 140 people in here, dude. Like,
oh my God. Yeah, like the stream. Jesus.
My anxiety's just off the rails right now because I've never had this many people. But let's go.
Dude, I gotta relax with making these kinds of rants because it's gonna really start to like give my angina a reason to act up again, and I really don't need that to happen. I'm only 24 years of age. So as I'm sure a lot of y'all know, that The Boys season 4, by the time of this recording, is coming up on the finale of its 4th season, and the season currently has had some ups and downs as far as its audience reception. At the current, The Boys season 4 is sitting at an 8.7 on IMDb, as well as a 93% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is still pretty good. I would say it's actually very good. And these are pretty good scores. A lot of people think this is a very fun and satirical take on the superhero genre, and a lot of people enjoy it. And I enjoyed the first 3 seasons. While yes, there were different issues all throughout, I definitely did enjoy the show. And even in season 3, where obviously the paradigm shift, there is basically nothing with the agenda of the show. Nothing really changed. Like Soldier Boy took out Maeve, even though Maeve was point blank, and if it was Maeve was weaker than Homelander, so Homelander probably wouldn't have gotten killed either. Right. You have things like, oh, the boys are split up.
Okay, I think I saw this part. So were you like saying
Soldier
that like
Boy.
Were you saying that like Maeve should have died from the blast or something?
Fuck this before because I'm watching this. But yeah, the only thing is,
Maeve.
Maeve.
Oh wait,
yeah.
Hang on.
I know what you're talking about though.
Hang on, I can just share.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about though.
And you can kind of hang on.
Are you gonna share your screen share and call?
Yeah, it's probably so you can follow along. It's probably gonna be low quality, but just assuming you can hear where I'm at.
That's all good.
Yeah,
that's all good, bro. Cool,
right.
cool.
Like I said, I've never done this before, so this is just like.
You good, brother? You good?
All right, can you?
Nothing
you
with the agenda of the show. Nothing really changed. Yes.
All right, okay, so we're good.
Like Soldier Boy took out Maeve, even though Maeve was point blank, and if it was Maeve was weaker than Homelander, so Homelander probably wouldn't have gotten killed either. You have things like, oh,
So, like, here you were saying that, like, Soldier Boy should have died from, or Maeve should have died from Soldier Boy with the blast and everything.
So, from my recollection, I believe Soldier Boy would just straight up kill people with that beam that he does. He killed like, everybody in the Hero Gasm house and everything like that. And I believe the whole point of the season was the whole thing with Soldier Boy is he's the only person who can kill Homelander, right? That was the thing. And so with Maeve, Maeve has repeatedly been shown to be weaker than Homelander, and she didn't even die. She just lost her powers. Now, again, I don't remember this exactly, but I don't remember them saying Homelander's powers would be taken away. They say he would just kill him. Oh, so and as far as I know, the whole point was to kill Homelander, not depower him. So when Maeve is just alive, I'm like, oh.
Okay, so I'll actually clarify it for you. So some of the soups that were hit by the beam at Hero Gasm actually didn't die. They were kind of just depowered. And the directors, a lot of people were asking questions. The directors actually confirmed that it actually depends on how strong the soup is. Like if you're like some of the weaker soups, like the TNT twins that Soldier Boy was going for, like when he was
the ones that like lock their hands or whatever.
Yeah, they're like considered to be like super like on the weak side of soups, like they're not as durable. So like,
but someone like Black Noir could tank it.
Yeah, like we've seen Black Noir, who's like on the more durable side. Like he can literally take explosions. Like if you saw in season 2.
In season 2, he was at Butcher's house or whatever. Yeah,
no, he was in like an Arab country or something. And
are you talking about the one soup that like blew himself? Like, oh,
yeah. And Black Noir survived. So they pretty much said that if you're on the weaker side, you'll lose your powers and you'll like die just from the physical impact of the blast. Whereas if you're like more on the durable side with like Kimiko, she got hit by the beam and she survived. With Maeve, Black Noir, even Homelander, basically.
Did they say this in the show, or am I crazy?
It was like, well, you could see it throughout the show, but the directors also confirmed it. Like I think it was like in a tweet or something. But if you're on the more durable side, you can take the sheer force of the blast. Like you'll be depowered, but you can survive the physical impact of the blast. And it actually, yeah. And the V, with more durable soups, the V kind of takes a little bit to go away. That's how Kimiko survived. She was healing a little bit.
Because in more powerful soups, V is more treated like poison, and it's getting like expunged rather than like outright killing the person. I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
So my fault on that. My fault on that. I literally just did not remember that.
No, you're good. A lot of people like didn't understand, but that's how Maeve survived, and that's how Kimiko survived. So assuming they would have used it on Homelander, it pretty much would have just depowered him, and at that point, he's just a regular nigga without powers, and the boys would be able.
I really hope they actually do depower him at some point. And like he has to like live like as like a normal person for like at least a little bit. That would be very interesting for me.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
So with more durable type soups like Homelander, like the blast doesn't kill them, they'll just be depowered. But assuming that, Homelander's not a good fighter, so Butcher and Huey, they could kind of just go in for the kill.
Misinformation in the first minute of this video, video.
All right, let's keep going. Huey would have died if he didn't teleport. He
said that.
Yeah, that's why Butcher was telling Huey to like, yo, get out of here, and Huey was like, no fucking way. So I think he would have, and even then, Butcher in season 3 has invulnerability, so he probably would have survived, just depowered. Homelander having to live like a normal person would actually drive him crazy. That's true. That's true. And I was saying, like,
that's what I'm saying. It'd be so interesting.
Yeah, he might actually get a fate. Like, I guess him living powerless is like a fate worse than death. Like, he'll just be depowered.
And Ozai special.
Yeah, and they'll like throw him in a cell or something somewhere, and he'll just be like, no, I'm the fucking Hulk. He'll just go fucking crazy. That's probably how the show will end, but let's keep going.
I hope not. I really hope not.
Soldier Boy's V blast is basically radiation that burns the V out of your system. Yeah, but there are some soups that, especially on the weaker side, that die from just the sheer impact of the blast. But let's keep going.
Maeve was weaker than Homelander, so Homelander probably wouldn't have gotten killed either. You have things like, oh, the boys are split apart. They gotta get back together. Oh, Newman's closer to presidency. Oh, we gotta stop that. We broke Soldier Boy out, spend the whole season with him, and get Soldier Boy back in. It's just like, it's things like that. Yes, the third.
Hang on. Wait, what'd you say?
out, spend the whole season with him, bam, get Soldier Boy back in. It's just like, it's things like that. Yes, the third season did have issues, but overall the show was still very enjoyable. And so we come to the fourth season of The Boys, and dude, this season started off.
He said,
dude, this
dude, your type of comedy is just you're just hella funny, bro. Like I like how we both like use like different levels of like comedy in our videos. Like,
Yeah.
that's insane. How would you rank the 4 seasons? I would say season 1, season 2, well, actually I would just rank them in order, to be honest. No, I think season 2 was a little bit better than season 1. I'll say season 2 up top, season 1. Season 3 was still pretty good, and then season 4 at the last, simply because
I just saw something real quick after you finished talking. Someone actually cooked in your comments real quick.
Oh, go ahead.
Someone said, "Imagine using Soldier Boy's blood for a V cure." Huh?
With that?
Huh? I mean, if you can take like Kimiko's leg, whatever, take the virus out of it, whatever like that. I mean, someone that's been like irradiated by like Soldier Boy's beams or whatever like that. I mean, I'm sure with comic book wackiness that you could probably devise a cure. I mean, it's possible since they're bringing them back anyway.
Maybe, but it's more so like it's radiation though, like, and then of course radiation wears out. So I don't know if
I mean, nigga, literally the Incredible Hulk exists. Radiation in real life is going to kill you and fry you.
That's true.
Come on, bro.
Right,
bro.
like-
It's comics.
Yeah, it's fucking fiction. Like they could pretty much pull anything off at this point. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Interesting.
Let's continue. 3, 1, 2, 4. I think 3 is a really good season, but I would still say it's like a little bit
1 is
weaker
elite.
compared to 1 and 2. But 3 was definitely still really good.
So hold on, is people not liking season 2 a new thing? I thought people love season 2.
Yeah, like, wait, what? Who's saying they don't like season 2?
I've seen a lot of people say. I've seen a lot of people, especially like on Reddit, say like, "Oh, season 2 was like ass," and like Stormfront, like that was like the only interesting thing of the season. Yada yada yada. Now that just might be like people like shifting the paradigm or whatever. But I remember enjoying season 2 a lot. Season 1 was elite though, very very high quality.
Yeah, you know how the internet is. 1 minute they're enjoying something, then they just like 3 years later go back and say, "Oh, here's all the problems with this movie and show." It's just like acting like everybody.
They gonna start turning on Dark Knight here soon, bro. Watch.
Right, dude. Heath Ledger was actually a trash Joker.
I'll just say the Batman was better, but oh yeah. Well, go ahead.
The Batman was really good.
Fire, fantastic movie. Fire front to back.
Yeah. Let's keep going.
season started
Also,
off,
y'all niggas like the stream. Let's keep going.
I would say semi-strong.
9
I would say
likes
that
on
the
the
first
stream.
3
You better.
episodes were fairly strong. I feel like we had a good core identity of what we were going for this season. I feel like the direction was very, very clear. Now, I do want to preface this. I did see some leaks. I was not sure if they were true or not, but also leaks don't always mean everything. I saw some different leaks from the past season. I still think the past season was pretty decent. So, moving forward and knowing certain things that were going to happen, it didn't affect my enjoyment of the show any less, or my subsequent disappointment. We'll talk about that in a second. I suppose we should probably start off with a lot of the good things that I thought this season has been doing so far, considering that it's almost entirely done at this point. The first being that I actually really do enjoy A-Train's arc. I love Jesse as an actor. I think he does a great job as A-Train. I think seeing A-Train actually want to be a
A-Train.
hero and not just go for...
A-Train's arc was really good. Yeah.
A-Train with that fresh lineup every fucking scene. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that is true. But yeah, I actually do think A-Train was probably like one of, if not the like best highlight of the season. Like, obviously he's still a bad person, and that's what I like. They don't really try to make you feel bad for him. Like, that's how a lot of
He doesn't kill a single person in this entire season, and he's actively trying to get better, even like with his nephews and stuff. Like, he's trying to. He wants to be better. When he's having that scene with his talk with his nephews, like his brother comes up in the wheelchair, he's like, "Tell him what you actually did." Like when he's talking with his nephews, he loves like seeing that look on their faces and everything like that. So like, is he like? I think he's a better person than he was. Is he still good? No. Like he could have like as soon as Homelander's like had Todd and all those other like Homelander nut jobs killed, he's like, all right, bro, I'm good on this.
Yeah, and despite like literally Homelander telling him, you lucky Homelander walked out, cause if he stayed in, because he walked out the room. If he stayed in there and he saw you refuse to kill him, I don't know. That would have been it. But just the fact that he refused to do it shows, okay, he's clearly trying to become better.
I don't know if this is a subtitle issue, but does Homelander not say A Train and then Black Noir kills somebody in front of him? Or was that like a subtitle issue? I swear that Homelander said A Train's name. A Train didn't do anything, but then Black Noir showed up and hit dude in the back in the head. Am I crazy? Or that was just like subtitle issue?
It might have been a subtitle. He might have. Well, actually,
Can't forget what happened to Supersonic.
Yeah, and then A Train ratted out. So that's what I'm saying. Like A Train did a shit ton of horrible shit. So they don't try to make you feel bad for him. And like I said, I think that's where a lot of other media that try to do the redemption thing fails. Like they retcon in some reason why they did what they did. It's just like, no, like you did it. It impacted people. Now you need to atone for it, and that's why they did with A Train. And that's why it's like it's really good.
It makes it better because it's not like A Train like had like a horrible childhood and my god, I had all this trauma. A Train literally was just like, no, dude, he was just a celebrity, he was a douchebag, and then he just like slowly, incrementally, excuse me, he was like, you know what, I'm good. Like this is what am I doing?
Yeah, and it works because like he looked up to his brother like Nate. You know, Nate was like he was a role model by like his nephews and his kids and stuff like that. He wanted to be like him to an extent. So when Nate's saying like, hey, you know, don't come back here, it makes sense that it's like, okay, this is the spark that makes A Train want to do better.
It's not even besides that too, because you bring up a good point. But even look at that gag in season 3 with that sleep ass black power suit that he had. Right? You look at bro, that shit was awful.
Bro, that shit.
But look at that and look how he was like, oh man, nah, man, this is cool. Like and all this, and like his brother was like, bro, like take that off. You look ridiculous. Like this is literally a mockery. Then you go to you have the Vaught with Deep, and they had the Hennessy, bro.
Yeah, bro, in season, bro, with the black Kanye with the white and everything. Because at first I literally saw that. I was like,
just looked the stage. She's like, bro, what is this? Because like even something like he's just not with it. So that's something small that I love A-Train's arc in the season.
And it's funny because a lot of people were saying like, well, they don't mock, the corporate fake diversity anymore. And I'm just like, yo, can y'all wait till the season was done? Literally the next episode, they literally do it. Right. And then literally the next episode we get,
bro, literally in season 3, when they went to that theme park, they had the woke walk, bro. It was a Chinese restaurant. They've been doing that, bro. What are people talking about?
And then, the Pepsi commercial, I don't know if, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh my god, whatever. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, they literally
Brandon Rangers put both his hands up.
Right, yeah, and they had spoofed it in season 3. They're making fun of the fact that like, yo, this trailer was like tone deaf as fuck. Like they still do that. Yeah. They still parody. So I don't get what people meant when they said that. But that's why I was saying like people need to wait. People need to wait.
Yeah, bro. No, they've been doing stuff like this. Even like Ashley was like slinging yayo with the whatever. Like they've been making jabs like this. I will say it did feel kind of OD going from that episode to then going to Tech Knight's house and him telling A-Train straight to his face, yeah, bro, my family came from slave catchers. Like back to back episodes. I was kind of like stunned. I was like, oh.
Well, that was more a reference to like, because he's like a Bruce Wayne parody, right?
Yeah.
I know.
And
in Bruce Wayne's history, the Wayne family actually helped slaves escape like during those times. So that's what they were.
Really?
Yeah. So that's what they were making reference to, and they kind of changed it up for Tech Knight. Yeah, and they changed it up for Tech Knight and said, actually, our family, we caught slaves. And then,
see, I thought that was just generic. This is like 11th generation old money. This is like real money. Like that was a commentary on that. So I did not know this. Actually, thank you for giving me.
Yeah, it could have been that too, but you know what I mean. But that was definitely a reference. Somebody said the Wakanda suit. A-Train, y'all still talking about A-Train suit? Oh my goodness.
Oh shit.
Why did Homelander specifically say A-Train? Well, he was there when Sister Sage was like telling Noir in the Deep, like, "Hey, kill those people." He was there. Like that's why he was there though. I was reading chat, but we can keep going.
From not wanting to do bad shit all the time to actually be someone respectable, I think that is a very, very poignant point to leave his character at where we're at currently. I like MM's arc. I do like that to him. MM's always been a family man. He's always been like the I'm too old for this shit kind of deal. But actually having more of a leadership role this season and seeing how the other members of the cast react to that, I think has been very fun.
Trainmonger, shut the fuck up.
Oh my god.
Yo, bruh, we go.
Oh.
Y'all niggas,
Bro, your people, bro, the people of your channel.
bro, trainmonger. Y'all niggas fucked up.
As well. Obviously, Anthony Starr is fantastic as an actor for Homelander. I think he carries a lot of the scenes that he's in just with his sheer presence alone. That combined with the musical scores that they use whenever he is present, I think does help him become more and more intimidating. Oh man, so let's get to my favorite part of this video. Let's get down to the meaty greedy. Bro, this season is hot ass.
Somebody said in chat said they really like your Daffy avatar. It's a pretty good idea
And all that good stuff. Also, if anyone calls me a furry, I'm blocking you immediately. But go ahead.
Wait, what the? Did I disconnect?
Bro, disconnect, huh?
Okay.
I still hear you.
Yeah, no, we're good. You can still hear me, right?
Cool. Yeah.
Okay, we did disconnect for a minute, but we're back. All right, let's go.
So let's get to my favorite part of this video. Let's get down to the meaty greedy. Bro, this season is hot ass. This season blows, and it's not just for like one thing in particular.
Oh man, ass, bro.
Nah, bro, I don't think you understand how many times I rolled my eyes watching this season, bro. But go ahead, go ahead.
Let's go.
It's this thing. There are multiple things going around to where this show is actively spitting in your face. I'm not even going to talk about this in a chronological order because obviously go see the show for yourselves. Obviously don't get your own opinion. Don't just come to me. Don't come to some random fucking duck on the internet that's just going to yell in your ear and tell you what he thinks. But man, over here, the very first thing that comes to the forefront of my mind is the writing in which they are using to portray certain messages. Now here's the thing. I actually agree with most of the messages and quote unquote politics that they tried to inject into this show because obviously any piece of media you consume is going to have the writers or the authors' viewpoints and lifestyle choices within them. So I do agree with most of them. My issue comes with the fact that it has progressively gotten less and less clever and just so in your face. It is just absolutely nauseating. Like, yeah, you'll have certain fun little teases like the Marvel schedule that they had at VotCon or something like that. But then when we start going into different issues like this one dude mansplaining rape to Newman,
Whoa.
it is just so oh my god, it is really sad.
Well, the whole thing with the whole with the mansplaining thing, you know who Newman's supposed to be parroting, right?
AOC.
Yeah, and AOC, again, I'm not really hardcore into politics, but I know she says stuff like that all the time. So I think that's kind of what the point was. They'll make subtle nods here and there, you get what I mean?
Yeah. Oh no, I definitely get that, and I understand that. My issue, so number one, as someone that is as I get older, I just get more and more averse to politics because political brain rot is such a real thing now.
Yeah.
I get it. I get it. I understand what they were saying. The fact there are real people like that, it's crazy. It's crazy that it exists.
Yeah.
My issue is that a lot of this stuff, it used to be done in a much clever way, but when we start just outright telling you, hey man, it's becoming a parody of a parody within itself is my issue, because they could have done this a lot more clever instance, in my personal opinion. This is I guess that just shows a bad example with the particular scene that I chose, but there are just even the corporation thing, the corporation angle, how Stan Edgar, represented how evil corporations are and things like that. He was obviously a nod to these different things and he exemplified it. But then when we go to I feel like in this season, they would just outright tell you, oh, these corporations suck. These corporations do this. These corporations did. They wouldn't show you. They would just tell you. which is just bad storytelling in my opinion. To me, it feels like it's too on the nose. And the show has always been very overt. But to me, we're getting to a point where we're like, all right, like when are we becoming a parody of a parody? Like it's starting to feel like a SNL skit at some point, and we're starting to kind of forget like actual like meaningful scenes. In my personal opinion.
Okay, wait, hang on. I think you gave like an example of Firecracker. Let me let you finish this point.
Newman, it is
before I,
just so. Oh my god! Oh my god!
It is really sad that I have to say this, but is quite literally one of the worst things you could possibly do to a human being besides like actual murder. So don't think that like I don't like this scene because I just am a fan of this. I think it's just poorly written. Thanks.
It was so blatant, and then you have Firecracker, who's just a caricature of a racist southern redneck or something like that. Like, no one talks like this. And again, I get it, it's satirical, I understand this, but when the show tries to take this everything's super realistic approach, it's really just not. It's not appealing. And
so you're saying that it used to be done, like, what do you mean, like, overt? So you're saying it's always been overt, but now it's like a problem when it's
with the whole celebrities are like awful behind closed doors thing, it used to be a lot more realistic, and it used to be a lot more relatable. And things to me, we're getting like to like South Park levels of like cartoony with how some of these people are. So like my thing is, and someone in my comments was like, he's a fucking milk merchant, he loves Firecracker. That's not all I'm saying. For me, Firecracker is a caricature, right? I literally cannot see her past anything. She looks like she feels like a cartoon to me. So whenever they give me scenes of her like feeling bad about not being accepted by Homelander and I gave these people purpose, I'm so emotionally out of it because I'm just like, dude, you do all this like nut shit 24/7, and I'm like, it's not even. Because like Homelander, we can trace Homelander back to being emotionally drilled to have a damn near an Oedipus complex and all these different things, and he's always been taught that he was like prime product since the day he was born. All these different things, like we have reasons why these people are the way they are. Even Butcher is like crazy. Like if you ran across Butcher in real life, you'd be like terrified of him, right? But like he still feels like a person. You know what I mean? Firecracker to me, I don't really get that, to be honest. Even her scenes with Annie, I'm just and maybe that's because they play so much into the because Eric Kripke says she's based off of some politician right now, which we have like a Truth Bomber show and everything like that. Basically like the female Alex Jones. Maybe it's because of that why it just takes me out of it.
So that's what I was saying, because you made the point that it's like in your face. I'd say it's like, if anything, the show is kind of always been like particularly blatant. Like they've never really been subtle. Like someone in chat said like Stormfront was a literal like Nazi in season 2. Like I genuinely feel like that's like
so here's
blatant
the thing
as you could get.
So
here's
the thing. So Stormfront, you had these smaller cues, right? Like you had the SS on her earrings, you had like the way she was dressed and everything like that. And even when she spoke, she was like, people don't like the word Nazis. The way it's people like what I have to say, but they don't like the word Nazi or something like that, right? Like I feel like her angle was a lot more had a lot more care and craft into it, because even like when she's talking to Ryan and she's like, the master race, or like I don't even think she uses the word master race. She doesn't use the word master race with Ryan. She talks about like how a certain group of
she's
people
talking about like white genocide and stuff like
no, she is talking about white genocide, but it's the way that she says it. It's not as overt because it's like she knows she's talking to a child. She's trying to indoctrinate a child. To me, I feel like in season 4 she would just say, she would just like outright just like say it, right? To me, I feel like she's like, we're not trying to create characters, we're trying to create statements. But again, I have no issue with 99.9% of the statements that they're trying to convey in the show. For me, it just feels like how in your face is in your face too much. You know what I mean? Not that I don't like the messages, but for me, we're starting to get into kind of like satire of satire territory. There's an example I made in a comment because someone was basically saying what you were saying. That was like, it's always been like this. There's an episode. Did you ever watch Arrow?
Yeah, not much of it.
Okay.
I watched,
so
like,
an episode
Flash
of
and stuff like that. But I feel like okay, because I know where you're going. I feel like The Boys can't really be compared to like shows like Arrow and The Flash, or even stuff like with the MCU in regards to like political and social themes. because The Boys is different in the
Well, there's
sense
one
like.
specific instance.
Okay, well, I'll let you finish.
Sorry, I may cut you off. Sorry,
No,
but
you're good.
in this one specific instance, there is I believe it is season 6 or 5. They have a gun control episode in Arrow, and it's literally, it feels like a PSA, like those old school episodes, like when Static Shock's friend got shot because some kid like brought a gun to school. It literally felt like that. It feels like we're going towards this. It feels like we're getting to like almost like every time we try to interject something, it feels like a PSA. It feels like we're getting talked down to. That's my issue.
Well, I disagree. But what I was gonna say is the reason why the show can't really be compared in regards to like how in your face things is because The Boys is literally, it's not like a traditional superhero show that like touches on political themes, say like Arrow, Flash, or like MCU movies and stuff like that. Like you've seen Winter Soldier, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a superhero movie with like that touches on political themes. The Boys is like The Boys is like a straight up social political commentary, and superheroes are just the entertainment part of it. So I feel like that's why they can't really be compared. And if it seems like in your face, that's what I'm saying. Firecracker isn't really much different than what's been shown before. Because even back in season 3, like you've seen season 3, there's another caricature of the right, like we've seen with Blue Hawk, who's a clear allegory for like anti-BLM, police brutality.
Yeah, even that I kind of roll my eyes
and then and then but that's what I'm saying. It's kind of always been there. But even with have you seen Gunpowder?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was like a very clear metaphor for like the anti-gun control aspect.
They found him at that whole like super nut job. Like it was literally like a part 1 of like the Jewish space lasers like convention like thing. Like
and he was, and even then he was saying they were making it clear like America's trying to take away our guns and stuff like that. The reason it seems they do it more with Firecracker. But I will say it's because Firecracker is more involved in the story, so of course you're gonna see more of that. Whereas Gunpowder was more so like he was just there for like a few seconds because Butcher was just trying to get information out of him. But with Firecracker, she has like a part to play, so it kind of seems there's more of her there. So it seems like there's more in your face. That's why it seems like it's more in your face, but it's not much different than what's been shown before still. That's what I'm saying.
I feel you. Just to me, like the longer the show goes on, I start getting into the that one meme of Plankton from SpongeBob, like, all right, I get it. Like that, like I'm like, dude, I get it. I get it. I know where you're going with this. I get it. Like the longer the show's going on. I'm like, that's just me. Again, the messages themselves, I agree with. It's just like, I'm like, oh, dude, I get it. I understand it. You know, like, I understand this reflects real life so much. I get it. Like, this is what people actually do. It's sad. I guess I'm just tired. It's, you know what I mean?
I'm just, but the point I was making was that it's kind of always been portrayed to like the extreme though. Like it's always.
Oh, I know. Even like when Blue Hawk like starts screaming "All lives matter," it's like, what the fuck? Like, huh?
Yeah, but what I was saying is like it's kind of always been there. But I get what you mean. I get what you're saying, but it just feels more so with Firecracker. But that's just because she's more involved in the story. Like she has a part to play in Starlight storyline, and then Homelander
I give people purpose. I rile people up, yada yada.
Yeah, and that too. Like because she's supposed to be like an Alex Jones conspiracy theory parody. So
yeah, Eric Kripke says she's supposed to represent some fucking blonde white woman.
I don't know, Marjorie Taylor Greene.
I
think that's what he was. Yeah, somebody said MTG. That I think that's it's Marjorie Taylor Greene. Yeah, Marjorie Taylor Greene. That's who she's parodying. I get what he's saying, but it just comes down to personal preference. That's what I'm saying. I think that's what you're saying is subjective. Because I do feel like the way that's being portrayed, it's not much different than before. I get what you're saying, but it just comes down to personal preference. But to say it's one of the reasons it's trash, we just don't want it coming off like it's objectively bad because of that. Yeah. You get what I'm saying, Daffy?
I hear you.
Yeah.
Again, this is just an opinion, and we're not like debating or anything like that.
Right.
No, you disagree, and that's perfectly fine. I don't know.
Yeah, and I think it's great that,
we're just talking.
And I think that's great. Like, even if we disagree, we can have like discourse on this type of thing, and still just it's whatever. Like, it's a show. Like, nobody.
Yeah, I mean, like even again, like with how radicalized like politics is now, like it's like conversations like these, and not even just like consuming media, but it's just like, dude, like it is not that serious. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right.
Speaking as to the way that they try to portray messages and how in your face
They had a whole Christian right-wing festival in season 1 with the whole anti-gay posters around. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna keep going, but yeah, like I said, it's always been kind of overt.
that they are. But the thing is that when it comes specifically to Homelander, I don't know what I don't even think they know what they want to do with Homelander at this point. So in one of the episodes, Homelander decides to, you know what, I'm going to free myself of my humanity. I need to break it. I need to just reduce myself to the bare essentials, right? Obviously it sounds cool in concept, and so he goes to the lab to which he was made. As he's going through the lab, he's reliving all these traumatizing memories and everything that they did to him, and he actually ends up getting revenge on every single person there that tortured him, as well as including the new people there that supposedly had nothing to do with his actual birth and study. And so we have this really cool shot of Homelander in the elevator. He kind of cracks a smile covered in all of these different scientists' blood. And then the next episode, we see him tell Ryan, hey man, you do what you want to do. He's like, I'm your dad. Obviously, I love you. But if you don't want to do something, don't do it. We are a higher standard. And so I was of the opinion that, oh, well, Homelander's actually, he's actually going for it. Okay, we're actually approaching endgame Homelander. Nice. So at the end of episode 6, we have Homelander talking to Firecracker, and Homelander has been just repulsed by Firecracker the entire time that he sees her, and for obvious reasons. But Firecracker has this infatuation with Homelander, and she loves him, she adores him, she sees him as an idol. And as soon as Homelander gets a little bit of that titty milk on his upper lip, he says, oh, you did this for me? Oh. And then proceeds to breastfeed with Firecracker. Now, this is stupid on multiple accounts. Number one, what was the point of the lab episode? As far as Homelander was concerned, he wanted to burn away any and all human relationships that weren't Ryan away from him because he thought they were useless. And then he goes around and does this.
Well, that's not exactly what he said. Are you still here?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm listening.
Oh, okay. That's not exactly what he said. I think he said he needed to like become stronger mentally and, you know, transcend his humanity. I don't think he said anything about like burning away human relationships though.
So
and even
I'm pretty sure when he was talking to Ryan in the next episode, he was like, buddy, the only person who I care about is you or whatever he says, right? Because he says to Ryan the next episode. But then when he has that like Willem Dafoe mirror moment, he's like, you need to burn away that humanity and all this stuff. So here's the thing. The big reason why I felt like that lab episode was a slap in the face is, number one, the amount of time that we spent there. We know Homelander's a hypocrite. We've known this. I don't even know how long we could trace this back to. We know Homelander has a need for validation, all this different stuff. So we already, with the lab episode, as much time as they were spending on it, I thought we were actually going to reach a poignant point in that. And even when the lead scientist is like, no, come in my office, he says, no, actually, I think we'll do it in here. For me, as a viewer, I'm like, okay, this is a major step. Homelander is actually standing on business. Okay, let's go. I'm here for it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Right? And then even when he's talking to Ryan, he's like, you know what? He's like, you know what, kid? You don't want to do something? Who cares? He's like, who cares? Whatever. So I thought that we did all this just for him to aim with the exact same Homelander. It's frustrating to me. Very frustrating.
Well, the thing is, like, it wasn't exactly that. I think more so the whole point of that was to kind of give, because he says I need to get stronger mentally and stuff like that, and I think at that point he kind of realized, okay, I have a lot of trauma. Like, you see the flashbacks of what the scientists are doing to him and stuff like that. I think the whole point of that was more so to get closure on that, because you got to remember, this is stuff they like instilled in him as a kid, right? So I think
from birth, literally.
Yeah, so I think it's a bit unrealistic. Like, yeah, he was able to overtake that trauma and stuff like that, but there's still gonna be like aspects of that engineered into him that's gonna pop out here and there.
I mean, he's always tried all throughout the show, though. Even when he tries to stand up to Stan Edgar, right? And he's like, "Oh, like your heart's not beating. He's like, I could kill you." And Stan Edgar's like, "Bro, I don't give a fuck about you. Like you're bad product, right?" Like he's trying. He doesn't actually end up going through with it and like killing him, right? But he's trying. So we've seen him try to fight this over the course of the entire show, which is why I was so frustrated because I thought we were actually coming to a head with it, and he was just and like Ryan was gonna be his biggest source of his weakness. I thought that's where we were going because he even says it. But then when we go back to just the same exact Homelander, how is he any different before and after this episode? You feel what I'm saying?
Well, because he got over that, he had trauma and stuff like that he went through, and he kind of says like that's kind of what's holding me back and stuff like that. So he goes back, and the point of,
in what capacity is that trauma holding him back? Because he's always been a monster.
well, I know in the sense that it's holding him back from like transcending his humanity. You get what I mean?
Right, but he's always thought he was above everybody. Even when he killed that, like the second he killed that dude in public, I even say this in the video, he was gassed up. He's looking around. He's like, oh, like you know what, I mean. He was even season 2 when he's talking to Stormfront, and he's like, yo, you're tweaking with this whole Nazi stuff. He's like, it's not that it's one group of people, it's us. We are better than everybody. Like he was always on this path to transcend his godhood or transcend his humanity, quote unquote. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but but that's the point. He's trying to get there, but he sees that trauma and stuff as like a weakness that he needs to get rid of. And they even hint throughout the seasons, like, hey, even when they were filming his like quote unquote origin story, that's like, yo, I didn't grow up like this. Like, why the fuck are we lying? So we get hints of that. And I think the point of that episode was to give us a glimpse into that and to kind of provide closure on that chapter. Because like I said, like this stuff was engineered to him from birth. So he's more so, the point isn't really to get rid of it. It's more because he can't. Like, again, like it's more so to try and suppress that side of him. And I would say he's definitely like, yeah, as someone has said, he's definitely more unhinged after the fact. But again, we're still going to see elements of that love and attention pop out here and there, even if he tries to suppress it. And even then, like expecting all that to go away just after that one episode is a bit unrealistic anyways. You get what I mean?
I get it. Saying it's unrealistic, I don't necessarily agree with, especially with like how the show has set a couple precedents. I don't necessarily like, again, Homelander was trying to fight this the entire time. So I thought that with this episode, he was taking the big step, jumping the shark, and like, you know what? I'm done. I thought that's where we were going with this. Because it's not like Homelander has this like traumatic flashback of like every time he kills somebody, does some horrible, like, oh my god, the lava! Like he doesn't like have anything like that. Obviously, these people were cruel, horrible, mean, all this types of stuff. He's still a bad person, like at the end of the day, you were responsible for your own actions, regardless of what has happened to you.
Yeah.
So my issue is that it just felt like it really did just feel like a waste of time because he's the same person before and after. Homelander's always been unhinged. Dude, how many times since season 2 have we been hearing Homelander's gonna snap? Oh my god, Homelander's gonna snap. Oh my god. Like how many times have we heard that?
Yeah, but I argue he's more ruthless like during the lab and like afterwards, like even when he goes back. Even
in season 1 when he shot down that plane with the little boy, waved at him at everything.
Yeah, but more so it was more so just to kind of I'm
He
trying
didn't have to do that. He could have just let that. He could have shot that plane, let it go. But he literally looked at him, stared at him, even on the plane, even on flight 37, right? He was like, yo, back up. He could have just left, and he was like engaged with these people, and it was just like, he's like, yo, back that fuck, I'll laser all of you, blah, 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 like tweaking. Right?
Yeah, but it's
literally at the end of the. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. My bad.
No, you're good. Keep going.
But like Homelander has always had this higher than thou, I'm better than everybody, literally jacking off on top of the almost at the World Trade Center. But the one I'm the Homelander, I can do what I want. Like he's always thought like this. He's always been unhinged. Even like with who was Starlight's friend that is in that boy group, right?
What are you saying?
What was his name? Who was Starlight's friend that was in that boy band?
Supersonic,
yeah, Supersonic, right? Like he literally broke his legs, did all like I don't think he broke him. He literally severed his legs from his body, did all this, showed Starlight like this is what's gonna happen to you. Homelander has always been unhinged. I'm just tired of hearing Homelander's gonna snap. I'm tired of it.
Yeah, he's always
Tired
been
of it.
unhinged, but a lot again, some of it he also had a weakness that was more so like his human side, and that's the point of the lab episode is that he's trying to suppress that. Like even in the earlier seasons,
But
you know, like
he is always trying to, though.
you know,
Again with Stan.
I get you, but I'm saying like even in the lab episode, like in the earlier seasons when they try to like calm him down and everything, they call him by his real name, like John. I don't know if you've like noticed that. And then the lab scene where he's like torturing all the people who did that stuff to him, they're trying to call him John, and he's like, no, it's Homelander, right? Like this is who you guys made me into, and it's like because they did all that fucked up shit to him. And now he's even more ruthless than before. He's trying to close out his trauma. And then he's saying, no, it's Homelander.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think the point of that was to more so like, again, not try and suppress that human side. And that does have an effect throughout the season, too, for me. I don't know if you understood what I was saying, but...
No. I hear what you're saying. Again, again, it's just... I disagree, but again, that's the whole point of this discussion. Someone said, based on what Daffy is saying, he should have had a big change after killing Madeline in season 1. That was his promptu mother figure / love interest, but he still needs that he's attached to. I get that. I understand. No, so that's not what I'm saying. So like, Madeline, it was his like mother figure, whatever like that, and yeah, he killed her, but he never at that point he didn't directly look himself in the mirror and talk to his own like insecurities and all that. Like he just killed her and he's like, oh, that was Madeline, whatever. That was my old thing. I don't care enough, whatever. You know, he didn't look at himself in the mirror and say, this is what you need. This is what makes you weak. I'm going to stomp it out and squelch it. That is what he did in the episode before the lab. So that is why I was thinking, okay, we're going to see a massive change. Homelander has never had regard for human lives at any point. Even when he's like making out with Stormfront, he crushes that dude's head on the wall. Like, dude, like dude's been sick since day one. Like, oh god, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. Keep going.
But like, I was just very frustrated because I thought we were gonna see a totally different Homelander. To me, he does not feel that different. He still feels generally the same.
Yeah, the thing is, going back to what you said with Stillwell, he killed Stillwell because she was scared of him. Like, I think, like you said in the video, like, we've always seen parts, to even Edgar, that's how he survived, where it's just like, he didn't kill him out of respect that he was standing up to him, in a sense. And now, like, in the lab, more so, like, where they're trying to appeal to his human side, he's still trying to suppress that, and he's saying, no, like, it's Homelander. Like, you're not gonna try and use that fucking, like... Even if you try to pull what Edgar did, which is what that lady did, Barbara, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like basically he still was able to suppress that side, and he was still able. She got the worst fate of them all. Like she died. He literally left her there, lasered the door shut, and she assuming she died of starvation. So I think there was a change there, and he's even more ruthless with Firecracker. Like even though she's trying to do all this stuff for him. He still sees her as like a tool from that at that point forward. Where in the beginning of the season, he was kind of just like humoring her, like, yeah, you may be useful, so I'll entertain it for a little bit. But after that episode, we literally see a change where it's just like, dude, like, I don't care unless you're useful to me. Which we saw with Firecracker. She proved her loyalty essentially.
And I mean, and you could argue what we see at the end of the finale where he starts like the purge of Vought and like, hey, kill every single person that has dirt on me. You could argue that too.
Yeah.
Right. But I feel like we are just, I don't know, man. We're starting to loop in the conversation, so I want to move on. But no, I definitely hear what you're saying, 100%. I hear what you're saying. It's just to me, just the writing.
He killed Stillwell.
Just the writing just didn't feel as tight here.
That too, but it was more so that because at that point we literally saw like people who aren't scared of him get more of a way out, and she literally admitted like, yo, I'm scared of you. And at that point he even lasered her slow as hell to make her feel the pain. Like, yeah, I feel like if she stood up more to him, I feel like she would have made it out of that.
I don't know about that. Maybe I coulda, woulda, shoulda, maybe. But I hear what you're saying. Let's continue.
All right, yeah. Cause we just yapping. I'm just yapping at this point.
Same exact thing. Now, again, I understand that Homelander is hypocritical in his thinking. That's just the kind of person he is. He's very flawed. I get that. But why spend so much time, especially as an audience member, to just revert on something and then just not touch it again? And now you could easily say, oh, but Daffy, you gotta understand. It really made him want to take on the Wrathful Gods angle. He was gonna do that anyway. This nigga was already crashing out after he killed
Todd and all those other crazy dickheads.
bro. He didn't give a fuck, bro. As soon as he killed that nigga in public, he got that battery in his back. He said, I'm the Homelander. I can do whatever the fuck I want. And he's been saying it since season 1. Of course he was gonna take on the Wrathful Gods angle at some point. Like, I thought that the lab episode was going to accelerate it. Why?
Yeah, her being scared of him was a huge part of it, but her lying to him was a huge part of it, but literally when she said, like, I'm scared, that was literally, like, the breaking point, and Homelander was like, okay, now I can kill her. You get what I mean? I feel like it's both. No, I'm just
As soon as he won that trial, and I'll talk about the trial in a second, but as soon as he won that trial, he felt invincible-ish. So besides being the lab being a complete waste of time, then we have the next episode where he ditches Sister Sage in favor of Firecracker constantly inflating his ego. It's consistent with his character, which is fine, but it really makes Homelander look more of a fucking idiot than he already is. Because sure, man, I understand you want to keep Firecracker around because she pops her titty in her mouth and it makes you feel like a big, strong man. Cool, man, that's awesome. And I understand that you don't necessarily like Sister Sage because she'll tell you what's up and call you out on your bullshit. Well, obviously, we know Homelander doesn't necessarily like that. He respects it, but he doesn't like it. So when Homelander, knowing how stupid Firecracker is, decides to actually go against what Sister Sage is actually trying to do with her job that she was given, actually trying to be productive, he just comes across as ignorant. And we have a scene in the Tech Night episode, which makes Homelander seem like an absolute.
Well, hang on, because I want to address what you said
No, go ahead.
here.
I understand you want to keep Firecracker around because she pops her titty in her mouth and it makes you feel like a big, strong man. Cool, man, that's awesome. And I understand that you don't necessarily like Sister Sage because she'll tell you what's up and call you out on your bullshit. Well, obviously, we know Homelander doesn't necessarily like that. He respects it, but he doesn't like it. So when Homelander, knowing how stupid Firecracker is, decides to actually go against what Sister Sage is actually trying to do with her job that she was given, actually trying to be productive, he just comes across as ignorant. And
Well, the thing with Sister Sage is, like, Sage was also kind of like withholding information, and they even say, like, hey, we literally lost assets. Like, obviously, we as the audience know that was Sage playing the long game, but Homelander himself, like, he's not aware of that. And in his head, it's like, okay, Sage is withholding information. We literally killed 2 people. We lost assets. Like, I don't know if she's on my side or not, so I'm just gonna let her go. That's pretty much what that comes down to.
To me, it's very frustrating because even with the whole Todd killing the whatever, right? Like, Sister Sage, she's like, all right, gotta give me a little bit of trust. Had these dudes killed, whatever, like that. Played majorly into his hand, right? So, and there was something else after that. I don't remember exactly. It might have been the convention, but like Sage, he saw her twice to let her work. And so when he doesn't, and he backtracks because she got shot in the head. And I'll talk about this in the video because that was just stupid. I can't excuse it. That was just lazy writing what happened there. But
when Sage got shot in the head and stuff like that, and he didn't investigate.
Yeah, that was
that's fair.
weird.
I will say, like, that's fair. Even I was questioning that. I was like, okay. Like, obviously, people were trying to argue that his focus was at the operation at hand, but even then, it's like,
here's the thing: if you wanted to play that angle, then just not have him say, "So and so's missing, so and so's missing, so and so's missing." What's happening? If you want to just have him be that focused, then just don't have him say that.
Yeah,
that was weird.
Yeah, I will say that is fair because even I was like, okay, he didn't investigate that. That was weird. Like, yeah. Like I said, there's definitely flaws, but yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I didn't have as much hate to his Sister Stage stuff. That was just more of a frustration. I didn't hate it as much. That was just something that just frustrated me.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
in the Tech Night episode, which makes Homelander seem like just an absolute brainlet. So when Homelander in the Tech Night episode, when he sees her with a bullet wound in her head, and he's like, where's everybody else? Where's A-Train? Where's Ashley? Where's so-and-so? Why are you away with a bullet in your head? He doesn't think, oh, I should probably investigate this. There's probably something up. Something bad's probably going on in here. No, he doesn't even bother to try to figure out what's going on. He just goes and tries to convince all of these different wealthy assets in the U.S. to go to his side. He chose the absolute worst time to do this. And now you're gonna sit here and tell me he doesn't have X-ray vision to see through Tech Knight's cave. Again, I'm not even that mad at that because I understand it's hard to write superheroes when your protagonists aren't powered. I understand that. I get it. But for Homelander just be like, fuck it, I'll do it myself, and just not concern himself with anything that's going on, it makes him have the situational awareness of a 3-year-old. And not even just this scene, but you have this scene where Huey's up in this vent and his sweat ends up hitting Homelander's shoulder. He freaks out. He's,
Somebody say, I cope with that part because he's stressing and he's never been good. Because this meeting was more important. Nah, he still should have looked into it. Like, nah. Yeah. Sage got shot in the head, and that could, in my head, that would lead to, oh shit, that means all the politicians here that I'm trying to appeal to, they could possibly be in danger as well. I
didn't even think about that. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he should have investigated that. Like, there's no, like, justifying that. I would say that's fair.
Where is he? Right? At no point awareness of a 3-year-old. And not even just this scene, but you have this scene where Huey's up in this vent and his sweat ends up hitting Homelander's shoulder. He freaks out. He's, where is he? Right? At no point does he decide to fly up into the rafters and actually look for Huey, or even go into the vent and fly around and see if he's in there. Because that would have been a cool shot. Obviously, budgetary control.
Bro, Daffy, he can't fly around in there. Look at the fucking vent. What? He can't
hey man, listen, bro. If Huey is taller than Homelander, listen, he might be a little smaller. But listen, bro, tell me it wouldn't have been a cool shot to see Homelander trying to get in that vent and just like start zooming through it, just breaking all of it. Tell me it would have been cool.
Yeah,
come on, bro.
Come on, bro. Physically, that's not possible. Like,
man, his comics, they could have made it happen.
And by the time he was up there, Huey had already cut a turn, so if Huey had stayed in that spot, he literally could just flew up there and lasered him. But he had already like cut a corner, like there. Yeah,
but then we start talking about Huey in the rafters. He doesn't just fly up into the rafters and grab him. Like, don't even like.
He at the point where he was at the rafters, like Homelander still thought he was in the vent, so he couldn't really particularly pinpoint him. And like, because I know you're gonna say when he was in the rafters, why didn't he just fucking fly up there? He was also trying to be like covert in a sense, right? He couldn't just go up there and tear through the vents looking for him. The vents probably would have fell, killing everybody there.
No, I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know about that, bro. He literally killed somebody in public. Oh hell, Homelander, what you doing up there? Don't worry about it. Mind your business. Like, no. Here's the thing. I understand it's hard to write superpowered people against non-superpowered people. I get it. It's just don't have Huey in this situation. Do not have Huey that close to him because this makes Homelander look like an idiot. Like, don't. And dude, I saw somebody say Homelander can't see through zinc. Bro, did you know that most vents are made with zinc? Did you know that? How many people know that? How many commonplace people?
That is true. I didn't. That's also why he didn't just like. That's why he literally flew up there, probably because he realized he couldn't literally see through it.
Up there, he didn't fly up there. And no point when Huey was running around, he didn't fly up there.
No, at the start, like when he flew up to the vent. Like, I'm sure if he could have pinpointed it through X-ray vision, he could have, but he couldn't. So
they shouldn't have had Huey that close.
I know. I'm saying so they had him go up to the vent. Huey had already cut the corner. So he couldn't pinpoint him. He couldn't use his super hearing because there was like a whole bunch of loud music. I know it seems like super contrived, but it's a music festival. Like, they had loud music playing, so he obviously couldn't use super hearing. And then when he was at the rafters, Homelander still thought he was in the vent. So that kind of gave him a little bit of a head start.
But Homelander has the ability. I know it's hard to write this kind of shit. Like, it's how the Flash just starts to devolve and just the same stuff over and over again. My issue is they should not have had Huey this close to him because theoretically Homelander would just start literally just ripping the vents down if he really wanted to get to him. He would literally just take the vents and just like start slamming them down and go in a line.
That's what I'm saying. He was trying to do it covert, and there's like people there. He like tearing the roof apart in the vents. Like that would probably kill everybody.
Why did nigga care? Why did nigga care? Why does he care?
No, that's Yeah, but he's still trying to. Obviously, he can't kill a fucking stadium full of people. Like Ryan,
Dude,
you
he's
could
done
say,
shit and like made an excuse for it over and over again.
Yeah,
What are you
but
doing with
that
that
was-
vent? Oh, there's a terrorist in here, citizen. Relax.
Yeah, but that was more so like it was less like on a smaller scale to the point where Vought could like spin it. But here it's just like there's tons of people there, like it's a literal stadium, like he's fucking flying around, and there's
Well, here's
people
the
below
thing,
like
though.
he could die from
Well,
that.
here's the thing.
so-
That covert angle goes out the door as soon as he turned on his laser vision. So
Wait, what do you mean?
when he turned on his laser vision and lasered that lady in half, that like he was gonna cause some property damage with that laser that he did. So that covert angle goes out the window, in my opinion. Because as soon as you turn on his laser vision, like that covert angle, him trying to hide it, it's done. Done.
Well, they still didn't necessarily see him do it. Just there was like a bright light from like the people's point of view that there was just like a bright light. Somebody got sliced in half. I mean,
No,
they
there's like a thing on the floor and everything. What?
No, I'm
Vaughn
saying-
literally covered it up explicitly.
Yeah, I'm saying, but they didn't necessarily see him do it. Is what I mean. They didn't necessarily.
Yes.
The people there didn't necessarily see that it was Homelander. And then at that point, everybody started dying. It was like a frenzy and shit. So at that point, Homelander was pursuing Huey, but again, it was in the sense that he couldn't exactly pinpoint where he was, and he could technically fly through and tear through the vents trying to find him, but there was like a whole bunch of people, and it's not like it's something that can just be easily covered up by Vought too.
I mean, we know Homelander has like a very bad temper. To me, it just seems out of character for him to just not go up there and get him. This is very small in the grand scheme of like, but it just makes Homelander really incompetent and just like it. I know it's hard to write this.
Fair enough.
But I get what you're saying. I very much so disagree. I would just not have a Huey in.
All right, well that's fair.
Constraints, yeah, there's only so much you can do, and it'd probably be weird logistically, but it'd definitely still be done. They've done crazier things, certainly. I mean, they literally had a guy inside another guy's urethra and blow up, so I mean, I'm sure they could have a scene of Homelander flying through a vent really quickly. But then we have this, Homelander for some reason does use his x-ray vision, and listen, I know I had some people, I've seen some discussions, oh my god, did you know that that vents were had zinc and copper and all these things that Homelander can't see through? Bro, how many people in the commonplace know that? How many of your regular work?
Someone said that Homelander also tends to over-rely on lasers, like he's pretty lazy with his abilities. Yeah. What do you guys say to that? Daffy?
Not me.
Yeah, somebody said that he usually just tends to be lazy with his powers. Well,
I mean,
that's
it
true.
works,
He does
but
use
even
his-
when he uses lasers here, he just like he's going to use them, but then he got struck in his eyes before that, so he couldn't do it. But even if we were to use his lasers, just literally go in a line, if you were gonna do that, I just
Working class think that, just know that offhand. Nobody does. It's lazy. Here's the thing: if you just want to ditch the
shot right
aspect
there, that
of
shot
Homelander
right
having
there,
extra.
where
what
he
were you
looked.
How many of your regular
that shot right
working
there where
class
Homelander looks up and
think
he
that,
looks up
just
at the
know that
roof,
offhand?
and Huey's
Nobody
running, and
does.
you can, like,
It's lazy.
Yeah,
Here's the
right
thing,
there.
If
Where
you
you
just
see the
want to
railing, you can just literally just go up there in a sec. Homelander's fast as
think
fuck.
just know
You
that
can just go up
offhand.
there.
Nobody does.
Well,
It's lazy. Here's the thing: if you just want to ditch the aspect of Homelander having X-ray vision, don't even have him acknowledge it. He literally, in the first episode, told Butcher, "Hey man, what's up with that big ass tumor in your head?"
that's what I'm saying. Like, I think he knew he was up there somewhere. He just couldn't pinpoint exactly, and that's why he tries to use the laser, but it fails. That's what I'm saying. But he still doesn't know like exactly where he is, just that he's up there.
To me,
Regular
this
working-
is. To me, this is it's giving. This kind of neuters Homelander in a small way, because it kind of takes the threat away from him. Because like, no, you as a regular person, especially the boys, if I'm an adversary, I would not want to get 10 like feet. I want to get like 10 miles as close to Homelander as this, right? So when I kind of know that like I can just kind of like dip, dodge, and duck fast enough for him to not get me, it takes a lot of the threat away. This is a super random comparison. But have you ever played Dead Space?
No. I played
Okay,
a little bit
super
of it,
random.
but not enough to the point where I was
Super random. But in Dead Space, the big thing with Dead Space and the necromorphs, the aliens, you have to keep them away from you because if they get close to you, they're gonna fuck you up like bad.
Yeah.
In Callisto Protocol, the whole thing is getting close to them and like bashing their skulls in. It's threat away. So when I know, like Homelander, like, Huey was like what max 20 feet away from it, he couldn't find him. That kind of takes just a little bit. Again, this is a small thing, but it's one of those things. It's like 1,000 pinpricks, and I start like gushing blood. It's just like, dude, don't even have him near him that close. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think more so it's just more so the situation with the loud music, the vents, and then he couldn't really pinpoint him while he was up there. Like I know it's kind of heavily contrived, but it's still in a sense like it still makes sense. And then
Hold
plus
on.
the part
Cornelius Maximus just said, "What part of he tends to be lazy or relies on his laser beams does he not understand?" Hey, that's fucking cool, but he could literally just go in a line and look at his laser beams and take that whole thing down. But he just didn't. As soon as he got blinded, he just stopped. So what happens then? Like what now?
I feel like if A-Train didn't come to his rescue, he would have been screwed on the roof. Yeah, I would say the same. Like, I feel like while he was inside the stadium, I feel like while he was inside the stadium, it makes sense. Like, you know, with the environment, Homelander couldn't pinpoint him, but he obviously knew he was up there, and you have Huey who's trying to get away. So I feel like if he had got to that point on the roof and A-Train wasn't there, yeah, he would have died. But I think that's it. Yeah.
Just know that offhand. Nobody does. It's lazy. Here's the thing. If you just want to ditch the aspect of Homelander having X-ray vision.
Oh, yeah. At that point, yeah. They say he stopped because he was blinded by the light.
Don't even have him acknowledge.
Okay. We're past it.
Literally in the first episode told Butcher, "Hey man, what's up with that big ass tumor in your head?" But no, you tell me he can't find Huey in these raptors. If you really wanted Huey to be saved by A-Train, you would have him saved later, or have Homelander find Huey's sweat and pick it up or something. Don't even have Huey that close in proximity to him. It makes Homelander dumb. And speaking of Huey, I actually like Huey's arc in this. I really like the arc with his dad. His mom, I do like the scenes with them. I feel like every actor in their scene is giving 110%. Simon Pegg, obviously, he killed it. And then we talk about like the whole Tech Knight assault stuff. Now, obviously, I know a lot of people talk to death about Huey getting assaulted and how Eric Kripke was really weird and saying about how that should have been humorous, even though if you were to look at this from the perspective of a woman, like that'd be fucking horrifying. It's fucking horrifying even now. And then you have Huey saying, "I'm not okay," and then immediately transition to his dad, so Huey doesn't really want to talk about the fact that he was quite literally sexually assaulted twice in this show, actually. But we'll talk about.
I think more so the point of that, I see a lot of people saying that. I think they addressed like both of them, like the sexual assault and his dad. I think more so the point of that scene where you see Huey breaking down, a lot of people are saying they didn't put enough focus on the essay and just focused on his dad. I disagree. What I took from that was more so he brought up the sexual assault and then he said like, "I'm not okay, I miss my dad." I think that was more so referencing the fact that usually when he was in bad situations or usually like something that severely damaged him, usually like he had his dad as sort of like to confide in, or as like a I guess somebody like a shoulder to cry on, or like somebody to confide in about this stuff. But now it's like he's gone through something horrific. His dad's dead, and he can't talk to him about it, because you know parents are usually like comforting figures in a way. Like, so he's saying like, "Hey, that's a good that's a good interpretation." He's saying like, "I went through this terrible thing. My dad's not here, so I can't talk to him about it." So it's a way of it. It addresses both. It addresses both parts: the fact that he got assaulted and the fact that his dad's dead, so he can't talk to his dad about it. That's why he says. He describes the essay in like a very visceral, like Ashley took with my feet, said all those horrible things, and then he says like, "Annie, I'm not okay, I miss my dad." So that was what that was kind of saying.
Like to me, it kind of like obviously both are horrible, terrible things. To me, just kind of like it did feel like they kind of breezed past it. They acknowledged it, but it kind of feel like they breezed past it, in my opinion. But I don't think it was like done like horribly or anything like that. Because in the comics, like, do you know about like have you read the comics or like looked at them at any point?
I don't remember every
So
single
in the
detail, but I've read. Yeah.
yeah, so in the comics, Black Noir just finds Huey in a sewer and just assaults him and leaves, and they just do nothing with it. Black Noir just does it. Like I'm sure you know the Black Noir twist at the end of the comics. I don't have to go into it.
Yeah.
Homelander. This is just dumb, but yeah, it's stupid. But yeah, I think it was done better in the show by a large margin. I do think Eric Kripke's description of it was kind of weird. It's kind of like,
yeah, I do think he should have phrased it a little bit better, but
that was weird.
I interpreted it like more so he was more so because it's a multifaceted question because they're asking about his take on Batman and the stuff with Huey. So I feel like he didn't really give a direct answer and say, "Oh yeah, we put Huey through that as a joke." Because when he's asked that question, he immediately expands into he says like it's a dark way to look at it, but he also immediately goes into like the Batman stuff. They didn't necessarily say, "Oh, we put Huey through that." Like for laughs or anything. And even then though, like obviously there are parts of it that are supposed to be played for laughs, but again, this isn't really anything different than what's been done before. Like even I know a lot of people like to make the comparison to Deep and Starlight, but even like with the Deep, there was like an initial shock factor comedy to it when he's like pretending to be like, hey, yeah, we're gonna show you around, we're gonna actually fight crime and stuff like that, and then he just randomly like shows his dick out of nowhere. I think that was supposed to be the immediate like, oh, haha, I fucking wasn't expecting that.
You got hot. I did not get that. I was like, oh, that is horrifying.
Yeah,
oh,
well, but it was more so because he said like you said you had a crush. I think you were supposed to immediately like kind of laugh at it a little bit, but literally right after that they go into like, okay, this is a really serious.
No, situation. I actually think they played the Starlight stuff way more serious. Obviously, because she is a woman. Obviously, I don't think there was supposed to be anything, at least from how I interpreted that scene. I don't think there's supposed to be anything humorous with that, because like sometimes that is how legitimate sexual assaults happen. Is like people will be, they'll be nice. You'll feel like you'll have a spark. Like they'll actually have, charisma and things like that. And then people like I know. They'll just do something like that. Like, oh, well, you said you were feeling me. And then he starts like the pressure and like, oh, you can't get the 7, this, that. I feel like they play Starlight stuff a lot seriously because obviously it is a very heavy topic. I understand what Kripke was saying because they did want it to be funny because like it's absurd. Is it absurd? Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I just like I don't know. A lot of people were disgusted by it. And if you have every right to be, to me that I just started having a problem with the amount of, I think I said in the video, so we'll let it play in a second, but like everybody in the show is a sexual deviant. I'm kind of tired of it. I'm over it. I mean, they went pretty hard this season. They went and like a lot. I'll let the video play.
Okay. We'll get to the shapeshifter stuff in a minute because I know a lot of people are bringing that up.
Oh, that bullshit.
About that in a second. No, I really want to talk about like the amount of sexual depravity that goes on in this show because it is just so gratuitous and annoying at this point. A lot of the humor in the show is juvenile, and it always has been to a certain extent, but I really, really feel like they cranked it up to an 11 this season, and it is just absolutely... Bro, in episode 7, Webweaver is literally sitting there, and he's just like, shit pissing and farting his webs for like 3 minutes, and it's gross, it's nasty, it's annoying, and they just keep playing the shot of the generic sound when he's I'm nervous. Yeah, man, peak comedy, man. Thank you very much, Eric Kripke. I literally laughed my ass off at this scene. Thanks, man. Thank you so much. Again, I know the show prides itself on being edgy and this is your regular Saturday morning cartoons, but it's just when you start becoming a parody of a parody, bro. This is not funny. This is just shit everywhere, bro. I can literally taste Eric Kripke's foreskin all over this product, and it is the worst foul tasting dose of schmegma I've ever had in my life.
I did not say that.
Yes, you did.
That was not me.
And
it is the worst foul. I was hacked.
Eric Kripke's foreskin all over.
I was hacked, bro. I did not say that. I was hacked. That was CGI work, bro. I did not say that. They got me on that chat.
No way, this man said I could taste Eric Kripke's foreskin. What?
I did not say that, bro. That was not me,
Nah,
son.
bro,
Listen,
you just
that was not me.
You just got caught in 4K, man. I don't know. You got the Venom, bro. You got the Venom tongue here. Shit, I don't know, man. That's a little bit.
That was not.
suspect,
Poe,
bruh.
Poe, stop. Poe, no, Poe, get out of the chat. No, Poe, get out of here. No, no. Poe, get stop. Oh no. Oh man.
But you know what? I could actually a little bit agree that they did kind of overdo it with like the sexual comedy, like the sexual stuff. Like it, because at first I didn't see it, but I was like, looking back, it did feel like they kind of. Obviously, we know that sexual stuff has always been like a thing in this show, but it
Love
did,
sausage, bro. Like, yeah.
yeah. But I will say they did. It kind of they did kind of overdo it in the sense that okay, we don't need like a sexual thing like every scene. You know what I'm saying? I
mean,
get
like
you.
Web Weaver, like farting in MM's face, like, oh, that's hilarious. So,
Well,
like,
I thought
like,
that was funny.
Ashley
though.
being a dominatrix. I mean, it was
Like,
funny.
with
Like,
him,
it was like it's
like,
like a
with him.
juvenile way. Like it was. Did get a light like nose breathe out of me? Yeah, it did. But like Ashley being a dominatrix, I'm gonna be real with you. I just like kind of rolled my eyes at. I was like,
And then with
Oh,
him
shoot,
literally having a web hole, that was kind of a play on like, oh, Spider-Man shoots webs out of his butt. That was kind of a play
it's
on
just, it's
that.
just juvenile. It's just juvenile.
Fair enough. But I can agree with you that it kind of felt like over the top sexually a little bit this season.
I mean, in the
consider that.
comics, literally, Homelander killed a woman with his seed. So you know, I think we're still doing okay.
Wait. Oh, you're talking about his baby.
No. I literally.
Wait, like
I'm not gonna get your video demonetized, but he literally dreamy bowled so hard he killed a woman.
like
they drew it and everything.
He came on her and she died from it.
No, he literally like busted inside her, and it, like you see that. I don't
Wait,
even know
like-
if I want to DM this.
No,
You
wait.
can see
Just
this,
tell me, like,
bro.
he
Bro, literally, you see just like his super seed on the screen, bro. And he killed her. It's just blood.
Oh fuck no, dude.
Bro, like we're still doing okay for
No,
John
the
show.
show is way better than the comics. Why do you
Oh yeah.
comic is better than
But
the show? No, it's not, bro.
stop the cap.
It's not.
Stop the cap.
No, it's
Stop the cap right now.
For this product, and it is the worst foul-tasting dose of schmegma I've ever.
What'd you think about the clone scene where they were like, where they were spying on him and he was like, there was multiple of them like eating each other out.
That was hilarious. That was funny. That was funny. That was funny.
Yeah, I was like, they were a little. They were very creative. Like it cracked me up like a lot of the time, but I could agree. Like they could have toned it down. a little bit.
That was funny because like I think that was the first time this season we got something like oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like last
'Cause,
season
like-
it was like the whole termite thing, like literally shrinking, going into
Yeah.
the dudes. And this
Yeah.
season it's like there's like a whole bunch of them eating them out. It's just like, yo, when I saw that, I was like, bro,
That was hilarious. That was so funny.
I couldn't even concentrate on what was going on like a few minutes after because I was just like, yo, they really did this shit.
Yeah.
But what were you saying?
It's funny actually. So I was trying to remember where I recognized that actor from, and I realized he was from Supernatural as well.
They got a lot of
he
people
played
from Supernatural in here.
Yeah, Eric Kripke was the director. He decided to hook everybody up. I think Jared Padalecki is going to show up in season 5 of The Boys. Actually, from what he was saying, I think Eric said he got a role for him planned. So, but that's cool because Jeffrey Dean Morgan played the dad in Supernatural. Obviously, Soldier Boy was
Jensen
Jensen Ackles.
I only know Jeffrey Dean from Watchmen. I think he was
Jeffrey
also
Dean
in,
Morgan's the man, bro.
I think he was also
is the
in Walking
man.
Dead. Was he in Walking
He was
Dead?
Negan in The Walking Dead. He was also
Yeah.
the
I haven't watched
the
The
comic.
Walking Dead.
I think it was the comic in Watchmen, and I really want him to voice. I think he is
Yeah.
voicing Conquest and Invincible, so I'm hyped. I'm hyped,
Oh, if that happens, bro, that's
bro. That should.
I'm
You know about
hyped.
Invincible? What? You know about Invincible? What?
You know, I'm hyped for Invincible. Like, cause I've read the comics. I know how the entire story plays out. Conquest,
okay.
bro. Conquest is gonna be.
Hey, sheesh.
Y'all thought that fucking
Jeez.
Viltrumite fight in season 2? Y'all thought that was gruesome, bro?
Oh no, bro.
This man Invincible
bro.
literally fucking loses like body parts.
He's
fighting Conquest.
I see the future, bro. You ain't gonna make it till tomorrow. Man, look.
dude.
I can't wait for Steven Yeun to say that. Oh my god, he's gonna kill it.
Yeah, but we're only 12 minutes in. That's crazy.
Had in my life. This show is so bad at this current point. Check it out. Check it out. See, now I'm actually getting heated. So you have this whole Frenchie plotline, which again, a lot of people have gone over, but it makes Frenchie look like a demented sick fuck. So for some reason,
Yeah, that's one thing I'll say. Soldier Boy is actually way better in the TV show. Yeah,
Yeah, Soldier Boy, they had, bro,
he
a
was.
sniveling coward, bro. Like, I understand what they were trying to do. I get it, but it was just.
Wait, what do you mean?
I didn't care. So in the comic, he's that sniveling coward, whatever, because like Soldier Boy 2, like he's like sleeping with Homelander and like he's just like,
Oh
a
yeah,
bitch,
they
like a complete bitch.
in the comics. Yeah, Soldier
Yeah.
Boy was a lot.
Yeah, like you get that one cover of him like pissing his pants. Like, I'm not trying to fucking see that. Like, it just you suck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, I was so mad when they had to fight him in the season finale because I was like, I really fucking like this character. And then there was also another weird thing.
Everybody
like,
liked Soldier Boy. He was
Yeah.
he was hilarious.
Another weird thing was like when MM called him racist. I don't know if Soldier Boy was supposed to be racist, but they didn't really do a good job of like portraying that because I didn't get the vibe that he was like racist at all. It could.
I
be
think
just
they
me.
said something about him like. I think they said something about him going into black neighborhoods a lot more, and you have that one scene of him like looking at an interracial couple and kind of like, ooh, what the fuck is that? Like,
Okay,
I mean,
maybe I missed some
also-
things,
but also let's be honest, he's supposed to be from like the fucking 1940s to 1960s. So I mean, you know, if listen, everybody, your grandpa is probably a little racist, so a little bit. He probably doesn't mean it, but probably just a little bit.
but yeah, probably. And then he brought up fucking Bill Cosby. That shit was funny as hell.
That shit was hilarious.
It's like he
said
makes
the
some
cause-
strong drinks.
strong
I,
ass drinks.
I fucking busted out laughing. He's fucking Bill Cosby.
The cause, bro, the cause.
I was like,
Oh,
okay,
man.
this man is like really from the fucking past. Holy shit.
Yeah, bro.
but let's-
Oh my god.
actually getting
We
heated.
gotta fucking finish this video.
So you have this whole Frenchie plotline, which again, a lot of people have gone over, but it makes Frenchie look like a demented sick fuck. So for some reason, they decided to have Frenchie feel guilty about killing people again. Why? I have no idea why we're doing this again, because they clearly have no idea what to do with Frenchie's character. But Frenchie has this whole plot line with Colin, and oh, Colin, you were so good to me, mi amor. But then, oh wait, I killed his whole family and he was in the house, but I'm still gonna keep boning him. What does that make you look like? What is wrong with you? And it's not
Okay, I get that. But okay, the thing I'll say to this is I get it. There were definitely issues with this storyline, but that in particular, like even Frenchie says that really wasn't even supposed to happen. Like when he's talking to hang on. When he's talking to Cherie, I think it was, he had kind of ran into him and he kind of like recognized, oh shit, I know who this is. And he was like essentially trying to make amends to like help him and everything. Like he was saying, hey, I didn't have a job, so Frenchie like got him a job with the stylist and
In
stuff like
rehab,
that.
yeah.
And it was, and then he literally says it was kind of just something that just kind of happened. That's kind of what I got from it. Like clearly he didn't mean for it to turn into anything, but it just kind of did. And I guess he really couldn't bring. I can see how messed up it is, but I'd say that scene kind of
It's giving CW, bro. It's giving CW. It feels like needless drama for him and Kimiko to get back together. Because like Colin doesn't show up past episode 4. Like what? Like he already a whole thing about, oh, I'm a bad person, I kill people. Like we already did the same song and dance, bro.
Yeah, I think more so the way they could have handled. I could definitely see the issue with Colin. The way more so, I think they could have handled him better by like obviously he knows Frenchie killed his family. He tries to choke him. He tries to kill him and everything. I would say like have a little bit of time where like they're seen together, but Colin's like trying to distance himself from him. Like obviously like you fucking killed my family. But like at some point, I'm just kind of saying how they could have improved it. Like maybe at some future point, like have a soup that's kind of on the loose, like throwing shit everywhere, and Frenchie kind of like Colin's about to get hit by something or something like that. Frenchie jumps in the way and like save him and stuff like that. And that would prove to Colin, okay, well, obviously he's trying to become a better person than before.
I understand the message. It feels redundant.
Yeah, but I'm just saying like how I think they could have improved it. Like, because I get what they were trying to do with Colin, but like I said,
honestly, if they were really trying to make Frenchie like feel bad for like, you know, trying to forgive himself and shit like that, this might be cliche, but I would rather him try to like take care of somebody, like, or try to have someone like innocent, not Kimiko, but someone like innocent or somebody that attaches themselves to him and he feels unworthy of that. Not Colin, because that was just. I feel like they could, if you really want to do something like that, just don't have this whole angle of I killed his family, but like show Colin his relationship, keep Colin around, and then he still feels bad. If you gun to your head and really want to keep this angle going, if Frenchie still feels bad about killing people and all this type of shit, he thinks he's a bad person. It feels like Go ahead.
No, you're good. Keep going. I was agreeing.
But like,
with you.
do you feel like this is the weakest part of the season?
Yeah, the Frenchie storyline was definitely the weakest. I will say that. Yeah. But I get what they were trying to go for with Colin. For the fact that like it was more so about Frenchie's past catching up to him, because that's the general theme this season. Like everybody's like confronting their past, stuff like that. You have Huey with his mom confronting that trauma. You have Starlight with Firecracker. The stuff that Starlight did to Firecracker when they were kids, she's confronted by that. Yeah. So I think that's and then you have Butcher. They go into his past when he's like playing mind games and shit like that. So I would say that's overall.
He slept with the waitress, sort of like that. If their love was so pure and everything. Like that.
So the fact that they're like confronting their past is an overall theme, but I definitely agree. Like Frenchie's could have been executed better, but I know what they were trying to do, which is why I feel like
because Huey has that speech and everything like that at the end of the finale. He's like, "Oh, forgiveness, monsters," because he's like, "We forgiving A-Train, forgiving so and so," and then you see Frenchie looking down, implying maybe I should forgive myself, like, you know.
Yeah. Okay. I'm more frustrated. Frenchie didn't really address his guilt on his own, like owning it. Is just saying it's just Kimiko. Well, he does try to turn himself.
No, he does. He talks with Starlight about it. Are they saying he just didn't arrive at this conclusion by himself with like no Colin intervention?
Yeah, I think that's what he's. Let me scroll back up.
I think it was implied that he's always kind of felt like this though.
Yeah, like he's kind of always addressed his guilt of like, hey, like I've killed so many people, like I'm a bad fuck. They've always done that, but yeah. I think more so he's saying that he's talking about when he talked to Kimiko afterwards and they kind of like made up and kissed everything. Like I think he's saying it kind of felt like an easy way out.
Maybe.
Which I don't know. I feel like that part was the good part of Frenchie's story. Frenchie's arc was pretty sudden. Oh shit!
I ain't gonna cat, bro. I skipped the fuck out of him and saw it coming from a mile away. I skipped the fuck out of that.
Skim Jim, Frenchie's arc was pretty sudden. Thank you for that super chat, Skim Jim. Frenchie's arc was pretty sudden. Not gonna lie, appreciate that. Yeah, fair enough. It definitely could have been handled better. Mans was in jail for one day. Yeah, I thought they were gonna do a little bit more with that too.
I talked about that in the video, bro. Let that play.
We'll get into it.
Not even like an instance of, oh, I didn't know that was Colin, or oh man, I didn't know that was your family. It wasn't anything like that. He literally knew exactly who he was from the second he met him in rehab. But you keep doing it. Why would you make Frenchie look like this? So then you have this whole thing where Frenchie ends up turning himself in for murder, or multiple murders in this case, because he feels guilty about all the things that he has committed. Fine, cool, whatever, sick, thank you. And then Frenchie ends up going to prison and refusing to talk to anybody. Now, at the end of episode 6, they make a whole thing of, oh wow, they're gonna use Tech Knight's prisons to make these internment camps. Wow, we gotta stop them. So the next course of action, or the next line of thinking is, oh wait, they're making all these prisons and shit like that. Frenchie's in prison. We gotta bust him out. We gotta get him out of there. But no, the show doesn't do anything with that. And instead, Frenchie has a pardon by Mallory the very next episode. So what was the point of Frenchie going in that?
That part makes sense though. Like I feel like they don't really need to go through like, because what would be the point of them going for like a prison break when they can just have Mallory? They can have Mallory do it. I feel like that part does.
I get it, sense, but just don't have Frenchie turn himself into fucking prison.
Right,
I think maybe it was more so like the timing, maybe. But like, you see what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, I thought because I thought they were gonna do.
I thought I saw the vision of where they were trying to go.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Even I thought they were gonna do a little bit more with that, like Frenchie turning himself in, and I thought they were gonna do. I thought where they were going was Frenchie would like meet some of the people he's worked with in prison, and that would kind of like more so play into his past. Yeah, that's where I thought they were going.
That would have been tight. That would have been tight actually.
Yeah, and we would have gotten a little bit more insight into like how bad the stuff he did really was, but they kind of just they kind of just.
Hey, remember Tijuana? Tijuana, want to think about Tijuana.
Yeah, and he's literally said like it's hinted at with Lil Needham, like he's killed children. So I thought like we get
he killed Colin's baby sister in her bed. Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought like maybe Frenchie's had to work with people, or maybe he meets somebody in that jail that
he's like disgusted by them. Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought they were gonna do more with that. But at the end of the day,
I like that idea.
Yeah, at the end of the day, they needed somebody. I suppose they needed somebody to get the virus out. Frenchie's a science dude, so I was just like,
guess is that felt just
yeah,
like, bro, what are we doing?
Yeah, them just kind of busting him out. Just I was like, I thought they were gonna do more with that.
You mean bust, bro? He got a hall pass. What you mean?
Or not busted out. Why'd I say that? They kind of just.
I'm playing.
Yeah, my bad.
Prison. What was the point? You tell me the whole point of him and Colin's relationship was him to get in that prison and feel bad again? No, man. Oh my god, dude! If I see another scene of the Deep, I'm gonna actually scrape my eyeballs out. I understand the Deep hasn't had a story worth of substance since season 2 with the whole cult thing. I get it, it's fine. And he's supposed to be comic relief. Listen to me. Most of the cast in the show is comedic relief. Homelander is comedic relief in the show. So when every time you make this character.
Not necessarily. They all can be used for comedic relief, but like the Deep's purpose though is that
the nature of the show, like even like Homelander's like facial expressions and like how funny that is. Like when everything is a joke, like nothing in the show already, and a serious moment. Yeah, and I'm not saying the show's not funny because the show's very funny. But I'm saying everybody, Ashley, Butcher, Annie, like, you know, like we're kind of like we kind of get into like the Avengers what was it, like, Age of Ultron, where like everyone speaks the exact same way, where like everyone's funny in the show, everybody is. So like the Deep, what makes him funnier? What makes it like he's dumb? Cool. That's his
shtick though, is that he's stupid. He's the dumbest member in the 7. That's kind of his shtick.
High CHD. High CHD. I need you to be dead ass to me. Did you actually give a fuck about that octopus? Did you actually give a flying fuck about that octopus storyline, bro?
It was entertaining to watch, though. It was just funny. Like, all the other characters are funny in the sense that, like, what their character acts like when they're placed in, like, certain situations. That's kind of what the comedy plays off of. Whereas the Deep, like, his literal purpose is to be a joke. Like, that's his literal shtick, is that he's stupid.
Doesn't that feel like it's wasting your time, bro? Doesn't that feel like it's wasting your time, bro? Like.
I mean, not necessarily. I think it's okay. I think it's okay to have some scenes in there that are just like to poke fun at or just laugh at, as long as there's not too much.
But every scene he's in, every scene by himself is him a joke, and just not contributing to anything. Like, all right, bro, thanks, appreciate it.
I get you.
And like, he's like, Captain, my captain to Homelander. And he looks at him, but he did the exact same thing in season 3. He was like, all right, bro, like whatever.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's kind of the point of his character, is that like he's somebody that you're supposed to poke fun at. Like, you're not supposed to really get like emotionally invested in what he's doing. You get what I'm saying?
I just feel like my time is wasted whenever I look at him, to be honest. So I'm just like, dude, I don't fucking care.
Fair enough.
That's just personal preference.
Yeah, that's true.
character a joke and I'm not supposed to take him seriously, I get it. Cool, but at a certain point, you are wasting my time. Bro, this whole drama with Deep and his octopus girlfriend, like, yeah, man, it was funny the first couple times, man, and it just got really annoying and dragged out. Now, there's a theory I have that I don't think that octopus is dead, and it's probably gonna, I don't know, end up killing him or something like that. But this whole relationship drama with Deep and this, like, what are we doing? I want you to look at me in my eyes, you viewer at home, look at me in my eyes and tell me that you are actually emotionally invested in anything that the Deep does. You're not. I know you're not. And if you say you are, you're lying. Listen, I could rant about the whole Butcher thing, but honestly, dude, if I hear one more person say that I'm not gonna work with Butcher and proceed to, oh my god, we need Butcher back, I'm gonna just...
Wait, hang on. Because I was reading chat. I think I missed what you said.
And tell me that you are actually emotionally invested in anything that the Deep does. You're not. I know you're not. And if you say you are, you're lying. Listen,
Well, yeah, that's kind of the point. You're not really supposed to be like, we've already addressed this. We just move on.
I could rant about the whole Butcher thing, but honestly, dude, if I hear one more person say that I'm not gonna work with Butcher and proceed to, oh my god, we need Butcher back, I'm gonna just... Oh my fucking god. Hey, listen, listen. Jeffrey Dean Morgan, that's my guy, bro. I rock with him. I rock with Negan. I hope he voices Conquest and Invincible. I love him as Joe Custer. I rock with Jeffrey Dean Morgan. So I'm saying? So the whole reveal that, oh man, Kessler wasn't real, I didn't think it really hit as hard as it would have. I would have rather there have been zero hints. I would have really preferred if it's just like people caught on that like Kessler talks to nobody, yet he seems to know all these different things, instead of having certain people be like, who are you talking to? Or like looking weird at him. You know what I mean? I think.
Well, that was how it was at first. Like, when the first few times you see him, like, you genuinely think it's a real person. But then they kind of like
with the coffee, him in the park and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I just, like, there was, like, two instances. It was Sakir, is his name? Newman's husband. You have Sakir, and there was someone else that they kind of, like, looked at him, and he was like, what?
Well, Samir's stuff, I think, was a lot later. I think that was, like, the episode before he found out.
It was like, personally, it would have. What the fuck is this comment that I just got? What? Oh, shut the fuck up.
Wait, what happened? What happened?
So they said at the real OG Daffy, they don't have a crazy budget, and given you're showing shonen animation that has huge budget, really shows a lot.
What?
We'll go back to season 1. Go back to season 3. Actually, at the end of season 3, and actually, you know what? Actually, go to Gen V. When they show Marie's powers, and you tell me that the boys doesn't have a good budget. Thanks. Anyway,
that's a fair point.
Fucking people are just brain dead.
That's a fair point.
It's fucking Amazon, bro. You literally give them like 0.0001% of their fucking revenue every time you order your vibrator. Like, I don't fucking care. But anyway, no, but again, it's a smaller thing, and I think I talk about it, but like I feel like Joker did this trope better because like. As far as like we knew, he Zoe Kravitz was like not Zoe Kravitz.
The Sophie, the chick that in the apartment. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but she was real. Like she was like she never interacted with anybody, but like she was talking, she was doing all this stuff like that. We had zero hints. I feel I just would have preferred like I would prefer that.
There were a few hints. There were a few hints
in Joker, really.
Yeah, when I think there was one where she was like at his comedy show, it was kind of like hinted at that she wasn't really there, and I think that's at least when I caught on. That's when I caught on to it. But I think in here they did. Yeah, I do agree Joker did it better. But like you were saying, you would have preferred if they just didn't give any hints at all. I do think that's what they did at first with Kessler, and then that's when they start to give you a little bit of subtlety. It's just like. And even then with Samir, they don't really like outright. He doesn't outright say like, "Who are you talking to?" He kind of just looks.
Oh yeah, no, he shoots him a look. I know it's personal preference.
Yeah, he kind of just looks like they don't really outright. I feel like it was clever enough. It was subtle enough to the point where you couldn't really interpret it that way. But I get what you're saying.
Bully G Morales said Deep got that dolphin ran over, got a crawfish cut in half. He's a failure character.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The whole point of the Deep is you're supposed to be like laughing at him. He's not. Yeah, so I think that kind of plays into my point a little bit more. That was funny though when he was trying to save that dolphin. That was funny as fuck. Like the lobster, and then he just got cut in half. It's just like, man.
Yeah.
All right. We can keep going.
think Joker did this kind of thing better. I think that Fight Club did this kind of thing better, but it's a small nitpick. I don't really have a huge issue with it. Oh man, let's talk about the fights, man. Let's talk, bro. Episode 7 had some straight up just CW levels of fight scenes, bro. This was absolute ass. So in episode 7, you have the fight scenes, bro. This was absolute ass. Don't worry about that.
Okay, bro.
Oh, you ain't gotta worry about all that.
So in episode 7, you have the Deep and Black Noir show up at the boys' head of operations. And understand something, in most media, whenever you have a superpowered being that's stronger than you, you're mostly trying to play a game of keep away. You never want to let them get their hands on you, because most likely the second they get their hands on you, that's it. You're dead. You're done. They can break your wrist, they can snap your neck, they can crush your ribs, anything, right? But for some reason, as strong as the Deep and Black Noir are in this scene, they keep choosing to shove everybody. Oh man, I'm gonna shove Starlight to this pillar. Boom! I'm gonna shove Deep into this cabinet. Boom! I'm like, oh man, great man, thanks, really nice.
Well, that's kind of like, that's usually how fights go. Like, in the sense that like
Real life? No, they're grappling in real life.
No. I'm saying in the show, because I know I think it was one of the earlier episodes where like Black Noir just kind of one-shotted like that normal guy. You got to keep in mind that like Starlight and Butcher like have V in them, so they can't particularly just like instantly kill them. Like they're pushing and shoving and just throwing each other into. None of them are really experienced fighters, but they're just trying to like weaken them a little bit. I'll say that's kind of the point of what that is.
My point is the fight choreography sucks cock. Is my point.
Well,
It's
yeah, the fights
horrible.
in the boys have never like particularly been like great. Besides Soldier Boy and Butcher versus Homelander, I think that was a really great.
I mean,
was a good
Homelander does the palm shove to Maeve in their fight. Is what I'm talking about. Like it's just I don't know. It was something about it. Maybe the way it was shot, it felt amateurish. I was like, ooh, this is.
But that's what I'm saying. None of them are really like particularly strong fighters, and they can't really fly. They don't. Besides Black Noir, but they don't really have like super.
Let
fancy...
me give you a poll that doesn't really apply. So Butcher versus Translucent. Butcher was actually throwing some hands. He was actually fighting, like he was giving like a bar fight style, right? And he like Butcher knows like no martial arts or anything like that, but he was like actually fighting him. And he used creative things like spitting on him to actually see where he was with with his blood and everything like that. So that's a good example of how you would do something like this. I'm just like, oh, this.
Yeah, but like Butcher kind of had to be innovative in that sense because he couldn't see him. Whereas here it's just kind of like pretty straightforward. None of them, besides like Starlight, have really any particularly special powers. They're all just more so like they have super strength. And like Starlight's, her powers aren't really working that great at the moment, which is why she didn't just blind them. Like she.
I get it, but the shoving is the shoving and that just it really took me out of it. I was like, all right, dude, stop.
I mean, yeah, but I would say just like I said, they're not.
It's made to give a sense of spectacle and like how strong they are because they were just punching each other. You wouldn't really get that sense of spectacle. But since they see, they punch each other and this wall crash. Look how strong they are. Like I know what they were trying to do. It just felt really weak.
Okay, all right.
It's fight choreography, man. Who fucking. Oh, bro. Oh, my goodness. This feels absolutely asinine as far as a fight scene goes. Bro, not to mention the fact that Starlight quite literally picks up Deep by his gills and Starlight does some work, fucks his ass up. She picks a 45-pound weight up and just cracks his shit. And then Butcher is like, oh, wait, why are we leaving? Let's kill him right here. Then MM says, do you know a way to kill a Butcher? Because I don't. Oh my God. If there was ever an indicator that they had no idea how to write this shit, whoo! I could give you 5 different ways that you could kill Deep right now. You could.
Well, with Noir, they didn't know that it was like a new version of Noir. I think you're saying they should have killed Noir. Is that what you're saying?
I'm talking about Deep.
Oh, Deep. Okay.
Hey, put a bomb in his gills. You could have Starlight rip his head off. If Starlight is strong enough to actually.
Well, Starlight ain't that type of person though. Like she's a lot more hesitant towards killing. I don't think.
I mean, at least say something. Break his neck. Shit, something.
Make him bleed by. punching him in his mouth, she is more than capable of doing different kinds of damage to him. You could have her break his spine, paralyze him, break his legs, something. But no, for some reason.
Well, again, though, Starlight just ain't that type of person.
Doesn't know what. Bro,
to be fair, she had that weak ass fight with the shifter. That fight was ass. She had that weak ass fight with the shifter where she choked her out, and she's allegedly dead. Allegedly, so I don't know, but
Fair enough.
like Starlight's a.
What did you say?
No, Starlight definitely can kill. It just felt super weak.
Literally take a grenade and shove it in his gills. Boom, problem solved. But no, do you know a way to kill a butcher? Because I don't. Yeah, whatever, man. Whatever. Let's talk about Tech Knight, dude. Oh, let's talk about Tech Knight. So Tech Knight in Gen V was actually very intimidating. He was actually very scary. Obviously, he has this whole thing. Yes, he's a sexual deviant because of his tumor. Yeah, whatever. And then we go to, oh wait, Tech Knight's a play on Batman. Oh, did you know that Batman probably does weird stuff to Robin in the Batcave? Cool. Like I haven't heard a 12-year-old say the same joke like multiple times over. Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. So Tech Knight in Gen V was absolutely terrifying and horrifying as an antagonist, right? Every time Tech Knight was on screen, you could actually feel just how intelligent he was and all these different things. But then Tech Knight in The Boys just comes off as incredibly incompetent. Well, yes, he can read body language and things like that. He has literally no idea Huey isn't a web weaver until he takes his mask off, right? And then, like, the biggest thing that I myself would be looking for is web weavers web hole, especially the fact that Tech Knight himself has a huge thing with holes. You think that's like the first thing that he looks at, but no, he makes no mention of his web hole.
That's a fair point. I mean,
I thought that's where they were going with that, dude.
That's a fair point. Though I would say that, like, I guess he could have looked for signs, but he really had no reason to suspect otherwise. He's just kind of looking, okay, Web Weaver showed up. He's in the costume.
But the way Huey was speaking and everything like that, bro, I could have told you that wasn't Web Weaver.
It's just like, he really had no reason to suspect otherwise until, like, he really started acting weird, and that's when Tech Knight kind of picked up on it.
Even when he met him, he just, like, was, like, looking around, just, like, saying weird shit, just, like, it just felt... Tech Knight just felt really incompetent to me. I don't know. Like in Gen V, he was again like they would say one thing and he would just make a whole conclusion from that and be correct. Like he felt like he was that guy in Gen V, legitimately.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, that's true. I think the implication is that Tech Knight knew from the beginning. If it's a detail we noticed, of course he knew. I mean, I guess. He didn't, or at the very least, he didn't know it was. He didn't know it was Huey. Like he literally took off his mask and found out. Yeah, he literally took off his mask like in the episode and found out. Oh, you're Huey.
More so shocked he was Huey.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I can see that.
Whatsoever. So just make this a different hero if you're gonna do something like this. Never mind the fact that Tech Knight, we don't even see him use an ounce of his intelligence to do anything substantial. Yeah, he finds out Huey's identity, but we don't. MM describes him as Sherlock Holmes on meth. So I would believe that in terms of like reading someone's body language, see if they're lying or something like that, he would be up there with Sister Sage. But he just quite.
Wait, hang on. Let me go back.
MM describes him as Sherlock Holmes on meth, so I would believe that in terms of like reading someone's body language, see if they're lying or something like that, he would be up there with Sister Sage, but he just quite frankly isn't. Now you can make the case,
well, Huey at first was like pretty composed though, so that's what I'm saying. He really had no reason. Tech Knight really had no reason to suspect otherwise. And then
but as soon as Huey started rattling off those safe words,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like when he started like really acting weird, he was in chains. Like he starts reading, he's like, "Oh, you're agitated," and even then, he's like, "Okay, well, you're in chains. Anybody would be agitated." But then he starts with the safe word and stuff like that, and it's like, "Huh, interesting." Yeah. So you're not who you say you are. That's what I'm saying. At first, he didn't have a reason to suspect that it wasn't him, and they don't really know each other super personally. But it's only when he gets visibly nervous and stuff like that that it's like, okay, that's when he starts connecting the dots. Yeah.
Maybe he was so horny. Bro, come on. Do you believe that? No, you don't.
Oh, but Daffy, he could tell that he was lying. Buddy, I could have told you he was lying. Anybody with a functioning brain could have told you that was not Web Weaver. Don't try to make it seem like this is something super intelligent when it wasn't, bro. Stop it.
And this is the final thing that I'm going to land on because this rant is getting very, very long and I'm not trying to just have this sit in my inbox for forever. But The thing is that a huge moral conundrum of Butchers this season, it's like, oh, Butcher, you can't unleash this soup virus. There are good soups in the world, man. You cannot do it, man. And now you do have your characters, like Kimiko, like a Starlight. They're part of the main cast, and they didn't want to do the right thing. But I want you, as a viewer, I want you to literally sit there. I want you to rack your brain real quick. What member of superhero society that is not part of the main cast is not a sexual deviant or a murdering psychopath? I don't know about you. I can only think of one, and that was Starlight's friend in season 3 who got brutally murdered and had his legs ripped off by Homelander. Even Zoe.
Well, there was also it was like a Daredevil ripoff. Blind Spot. He was also like a genuinely.
We don't know about his backstory though.
Well, even the way he was portrayed, it was like he was a really good person. Silver Kincaid was another one. Like, she just genuinely wanted to do good. And then you have
the second one you said?
Silver Kincaid, like in season 3. Like, we didn't see much of her, but she was kind of implied to be. And then
why can't I think of who you're talking about?
And then there's also like the innocent kids in like the Red River group home. Like, those are a whole bunch of innocent children. You know what I mean? Gen V, they also showcase a few. Yeah, they also showcase a few of them in Gen V. I don't really remember much of Gen V, but I think they did show off a few normal good soups.
Hold on, let me look this up. Who the fuck are you talking about?
Silver Kincaid.
Silver Kincaid. Silver Kincaid.
It was one of the ones that was competing to like. She was a minor, but she was one of the ones competing to get in the 7. They were like, she was one of those few soups that like genuinely saved people.
Oh,
like,
she's the Muslim one. Oh,
yeah.
Was she in more than like one scene?
No,
was she
no.
in, like,
no. But I'm using that as an example to say like there are a few good soups like out there like portrayed as like good people.
The show for me has some background that is like absolutely horrible.
Wait, what are you saying?
I'm saying that the show has set the precedent that the overwhelming majority of superheroes, whether big time or small, there's something very wrong with them if they are not part of the main cast. Is what I'm getting at. So, like, for example, in X-Men, where you have did you watch X-Men 97? Yeah. Thumbnail. Yeah. So like you have that attack on Genosha, right? It's horrible, terrible, right? Because and you feel awful because you see all these mutants, enjoying life, just going about their day. You would have like an X-Men evolution where Spike gets attacked just going to the grocery store, right? Just people, just regular people. In The Boys, most of the superheroes are just doing something messed up, crazy, no regard for regular people, all this stuff. So whenever we come to this moral conundrum, oh, Butcher, you can't do this. I'm like, bro, you should do it. Honestly, to be fair, we'd be way better off. Honestly, like, you got a couple good ones, but bro, for the majority, like, of most supers we see,
That's a fair point, but I still think the ones I named were a pretty good example. And then there was clarified like there's a lot more of that in Gen V, like genuinely good people with powers. But you're saying they could do a little. But you're saying they could do a little bit of a better job of like displaying that, which is
because even like Lamplighter had like got off on a lot of people on fire and had a thing with like underage girls and stuff. Just like I feel like every time we see it, now I am thinking, okay, what messed up thing are they into? What do they do in their spare time? You know what I mean? Like A-Train's a little different. A-Train was just like mostly an asshole, and like the freakiest thing he did was like get his toe sucked. That was about it. But like A-Train was like a lower tier as far as like evil goes. You know what I mean?
Why can't they find a way to release the virus in a room with only Homelander? Well, that was initially the plan, but the dude who made the virus wasn't like.
It's not strong. It's not strong enough.
Yeah, it's not strong enough at this point. So,
yeah,
that's why that didn't.
You gotta make this shit like nuclear.
That didn't happen, which is why I'm saying, like, why did Butcher keep it? Is he gonna find a way to eventually like strengthen it, or is he keeping it like for some other reason? If it's not like, if it's not strong enough to kill Homelander, why does he have it?
I think it is. I think it's ready, is it not?
No, because it wasn't.
Oh no! It's strong enough to kill Newman. Right, I forgot. My bad.
Yeah, it was strong enough to kill Newman, but not Homelander. I was kind of saying maybe
if it's like directly in his bloodstream or something.
No, because at that point, it's still they've already confirmed like the virus at that point isn't strong enough. I was thinking like maybe he's keeping it to like give himself a way to die. Maybe that's what I was kind of
No,
thinking.
no,
Really?
he killed Homelander before he take himself out.
Yeah, no,
No,
I'm saying no, I'm
he
saying
wouldn't.
after
No.
Homelander because he knows like he wouldn't stop. Maybe.
I mean, maybe, but what other avenue do they have? Because they have no idea if Soldier Boy. No, do they know if Soldier Boy is on ice? Did they do that or no? Yeah, Mallory did that, right?
Yeah.
So I get, man. I mean, maybe Butcher. No, because Soldier was a flight risk. Because the moment he sees Butcher, he's gonna go after him.
Someone says I think
don't
he's
know.
going to find someone to strengthen it. Who could do that though?
I mean, there's tons of scientists. He could kidnap.
Oh, fair, but none of them knew like even had
The
the
exact
expertise or
recipe.
like knew that or knew what he was knew what Samir was working on.
Maybe he goes to Sister Sage. I have no idea because they haven't shown Sister Sage as far as like science and stuff like that.
That's a good point. That's actually a good point. He could go to Sister Sage. I didn't think about that.
Oh my god, I can hear it. I can hear it in Carl Urban's voice, bro. I can hear him trying to bargain with Sister Sage and like right now, just trying to be like, listen, Homelanders gotta go. Just think about it. You can do whatever you want. Yeah, so or something, right? Or just like Homelander's gonna eventually get tired of you, do something. You can do whatever you want. Maybe. I don't know, because they haven't shown Sister Sage. She's the smartest woman in the world, but they haven't shown her with like technology or like science or anything like that. It's mostly been like problem solving skills, not necessarily anything like technical. So maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, because even Sister Sage, like, she kind of initially acts like she's Team Homelander, and then she walks away. She's like, prepare for phase 2. So,
we know she's already more aligned with herself because
Yeah.
Homelander is letting her do what she wants, not out of anything respectful for Homelander, because she thinks he's a child and a babbling idiot. Even when she's in her good mood, she's like, oh yeah, because you're you. She's still sneak dissing him, but he allows her to actually act on her whims. Not that she actually likes him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Newman's
What I'm saying is I think her playing will eventually, like, lead to Homelander's downfall. Like, he's winning now.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, like
I 100% think she's going to be involved somehow.
Yeah.
daughter is literally killed people. But it just did not care. Zoe killed these people, and as a young girl, she just showed zero emotion. So I'm sitting here, and if I'm Butcher, bro, you could call me Barack Obama, Big Rock, and I put all the soups on an island and give me some drone strikes ASAP, because I'm blowing that shit up quick. Bro, what are we doing? What are we doing? There is not a single
there's soups all across
that's
the
not
world,
funny.
though. That's like physically impossible.
No, I'm saying hypothetically, bro. I'm saying hypothetically.
But
Take them out, bro.
That's
Get them out. Get them
physically
out of here.
impossible to like get every single soup.
It's not this. It's a joke, bro.
I know it's a joke.
I know. I'm just saying, bro. Listen, bro. You can get it. You can keep them, bro. Nah, get them out of here. Because they just seem like more of a detriment than anything. So I'm Team Butcher. I like Aaron from Attack on Titan. If you watch Attack on Titan, I'm Team
I've
Butcher,
seen
bro.
Attack on Titan.
Go get at it. Let's go. Let's work.
Yeah, I agree.
wholesome or good-hearted soup in this entire show. Then you can say, make the case, oh, Annie. Nah, I get it, man. Oh, the world's great. Annie's a fucking horrible person.
To be fair, Zoe only killed people who were trying to go at her mom. That's a good point.
Yeah, but you also she didn't react, which is weird to me.
Well, because Butcher she tried to, but Butcher took her out with one of the tentacles, and she was knocked out.
No, that's what I'm not saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying when they jumped her in episode 1 and she like ripped those dudes' faces off, she was just like a monster, like just like a brain, and she just did not react to anything. Like she didn't like say, "My God, Mom, I killed somebody." like no, like it's weird. Has she spoken more than 2 lines? What the? I don't think she has.
No, I mean, I think she's more so just to give Newman a purpose, like to focus on.
Yeah,
I don't think
that's kind of an issue of itself, but she doesn't feel like a character to me. Like I know nothing about Zoe other than she's Newman's daughter, which sucks.
It's fair. Well, what else would there be to like know about her though?
I don't know. What's her
But
favorite
at
ice
least- at
cream? I don't
least
know.
some-
How
at
she
least-
how she think about her
you know,
mom
at least
injecting her with
something-
powers?
At least something that's like important to the story.
How does her mom? How does she feel about her mom giving her powers? We just have no idea. She like her mom was like, hey, this is gonna hurt. Hold me tight, and just did it. Like what? Like what does she think? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Obviously, we know that Annie's not a horrible person. I'm just, being dramatic. But yeah, she's horrible to firecrackers. She's made mistakes. Yeah, man, I fucking get it, man. I understand this. But they're just no regular heroes, man. They just don't exist in this universe. They have never made an effort to show this. If they did this in X-Men, I would say the exact same thing about mutants. But you know what the difference is in X-Men? In X-Men, we actually have good people that are mutants. We actually see mutants that are just trying to go to the grocery store, man. I'm literally trying to get some food. I think it was an X-Men Evolution. I think it was Spike who literally ran out of a grocery store because he was just trying to get obviously some groceries. And you have all these different things, people just trying to live their lives, be normal, not be weird or crazy or zany in any capacity. But in the boys, every super's weird, every single one. A lamplighter got weird with young girls and obviously like to burn people alive. You have Marie, to no fault of her own, who ended up killing her own parents with her period blood. Starlight blinded a guy by accident. A-Train.
I'd say Marie is still, she had a messed up childhood, but she's still to an effect like a normal. I guess a normal.
I'm not saying Marie's a bad person. I'm just saying there is nobody that is a superhero that is regular. That is my issue. Like that is just normal. Just I didn't really wild out or anything. Not really. I'm just not even kind of like in My Hero Academia. You know what I mean? Now, a totally different tonal shift. But there are people with quirks and abilities that they're not heroes. They're just people. They're just integrated with society. You know what I mean? Obviously, you have your big time heroes, and it's kind of like in The Boys where they're celebrating. You have the top 10, and they have all these rankings and stuff like that. But you have there's a guy in My Hero Academia. His head is a toothbrush. He's just not a hero.
Yeah.
There, you know what I mean? Just you see what I'm saying? It just to me
Well, yeah.
there's not normal heroes.
You do see that to an extent in Gen V, but I guess in The Boys, yeah, they could. But I'd say if you want to see more of that, I'd say go to.
In JB, they're not really on their own though. They're still being constantly monitored. I'm saying when you're not being constantly monitored, you're out on your own. Yeah.
Just genuinely just being a good person, with the powers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Ran through here. He was good.
Most people have some issues of some sort. That's fair.
I ain't fucking the octopus.
friend, it was gonna just.
I don't know about you.
What'd you say?
I said I ain't fucking the octopus, so I don't know about you.
Dip. I bet you.
Sage is. Do you think Sage is somewhat a regular person? That she's not any particularly.
No, the fuck no. She's crazier than Homelander. Basically, what? No, no.
Yeah, she literally just outplayed every Homelander just to see if she could do it.
She laughed in that nigga face. He said, "Why'd you do what you did?" Because I can. Why?
Well,
no.
I would say before Homelander recruited her, she kind of gave off the vibe of somewhat a normal person. She was just kind of doing her own thing.
This darkness didn't come out of nowhere. It's she got fucking possessed or something. She's always been like this. She's never had the means, in my opinion.
Well, she was still living a normal life to an extent, before Homelander.
But she's not a regular person, is what I'm saying, though.
Okay.
He did. You have all these different things, yes, and they're trying to make me feel bad. Butcher, that's genocide. You can't do that, bro. Fuck them. Hey, you know what? Actually, I lied, y'all. I capped. I lied straight to your faces. I apologize. So I knew that the shifter plot line was gonna come around later in the season. And I hated it when it got leaked. And I was like, oh, well, maybe they can introduce it in a nice, colorful way. Maybe we can actually get some nice tension and all these different scenes and all that. But no. They introduced the shifter to dramatically shift the dynamic of the boys. And you have Andy get abducted by the shifter and obviously, has sex with Huey in the Starlight suit, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, you've seen it by now. But why this late in the game are we trying to separate the boys again and make more emotional strife for the boys as a group again? These people very rarely operate as a conglomerate, man. It's so frustrating. It's oh, the boys gotta get back together. Oh, we're split up because Butcher's...
Well, that's sort of the more realistic aspect of it, though. If you look at movies like the Avengers where they're constantly together, realistically, if you're trying to get who's texting me, Realistically, if you're trying to like get multiple things done, it just makes more logical sense to split up. Like, so it makes sense that you don't see them working as a team. Like, they still work in tandem.
No, no,
but
no.
it
I'm
makes sense
saying
that
I'm saying them split up, like going off doing their own thing is what I mean.
In regards to like, wait, what do you mean by that?
So, what was the stinger of season 1? Because there was a time where they were split. They were split in the middle of one season. They all like kind of disbanded, and then they split at the end of. Was it end of season 2? Yes, it was the end of season 2. They were all kind of doing their own thing. But there's been like another time they're like in the middle of a season where they're all kind of like split, did their own thing, and said "fuck Butcher, I'm leaving," type beat. Where I'm just like, bro, I'm can we not? And to me, the shifter plotline, it just
Well, I'd
felt
say that's more on the realistic. Like, they're not gonna be like in agreement like all the time with like Butcher. Obviously,
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying whenever they split, it's always like a major split. You know what I mean? It's not like 1-2 people. It's like the whole group is like, hey, I'm fucking off.
well, the thing is, at the end of season 2, because I know you mentioned season 2, like the conflict was pretty much like done with at that point. So like they kind of split off. Like obviously they were trying to still stop Homelander, but they were still living lives at that point. Like they weren't literally fugitives like we see here in yeah. So and Huey kind of went off on his own. He was trying to do things the right way until
politics thing.
yeah, and then he found out he was being played by Newman. So in his mind, it's like all of that's fucking pointless. So I might as well just join back with the boys again. So it's just it's more so like it makes sense though. Like
Sucks. Oh, we're getting back together. Oh, I gotta go do some other stuff. I gotta get involved with politics, like Huey at the end of season 2. Like all these different things. If you wanted to seed the shifter plot line, you know how you would have done that to actually build up tension, actually make this reveal. Like, holy shit! Whoa! You know how you would do that at the end of season 3 when Homelander kills a guy in public. You fade to the credits, right? Fade to the credits. Boom. In the after credits, imagine this. Imagine you have a shot in an alleyway going up the alley, and you hear just like flesh or just meat getting just like ripped off, whatever like that, and have someone screaming, and you can just see all these like different facial features on the ground, and it pans up, and there's just something there, just covered in blood and clothes, but you can't really make out what it is. Now,
at that point, Homelander wasn't involved with Sage. Like Sage was the one who hired the shapeshifter, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm saying just to know that there's a shapeshifter out there. If you're gonna see that they get hired on, if you're gonna see a shifter in general, that's how I would seed it to build up tension. Because it felt random as all hell. It felt super random.
Well, I think that was the point. Like they said, Sage had some sort of assassin, but they couldn't really figure out like.
Well, the thing is that when you introduce this so soon at the end of a season, I know how fast they're gonna show up. So what was it? Episode 7 that they broke into that house and they found her in sweating and shit.
I think so. Yeah.
It was episode 7. So I know by episode 8 something's gonna happen with this. When we tease it along the entire season.
Oh, yeah, you're saying they should build up to that. Yeah.
Yes, okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because like, imagine like the online discussion would have been had if it's like, what was that thing at the end of season 3? Like, oh, like what is this like? Like, why was there a bloody footprint in like Homelander's house, like Butcher's house or something? You know what I mean? Like slowly build this up.
Yeah, but even then, would you agree like that the shapeshifter did kind of serve its purpose for the most part?
For the most part, I did. I didn't necessarily care for Annie getting mad at Hugh. Dude, people have already talked about that. I rolled my eyes. I skipped that shit. I'm not trying to listen to that because I already know what's gonna happen with it.
Hey, what do you mean?
Annie getting mad at Hugh. You didn't me. No, Annie, because it was this, and this. That's how I knew it was you. Like I watched the scene again, but I was just like, dude, I'm not trying to. It's just emotional melodrama that I'm not trying to see.
Oh well, you're talking about Starlight getting mad at Huey for not knowing.
Yeah, it was
yeah. I feel like that. Okay, I feel like that kind of made. Okay, because hear me out. I feel like that did kind of make sense. Like, obviously, they wanted to portray her being irrational. Like, she was locked up for days. So I wouldn't expect her to, like, think rationally.
I get it. I get it. I just didn't.
You just didn't,
want
like,
to see it.
For it.
That's what I did. I didn't want to see it. Like, bro, she is literally a telepath and has your memories and everything like that. Don't blame me. My bad. I thought it was you.
Yeah, and they even portray that side with Huey. It's like, yo, like I didn't fucking know it was you. So I don't think they were like framing Starlight like as she was right. I think it was more so she was just acting irrational in the situation.
It was to bolster their love, where Huey is like, I knew she wasn't you because she didn't find you didn't, you know, she found your car keys, she found this, she did this, like these are kind of weird things. And you know, I know why it was there. I just didn't care for it because I knew it was coming. It just, yeah, you know.
Yeah, but yeah, okay.
Initially had the shifter as like a cocoon type of thing, but obviously the show, she just directly rips off her own skin and there's something under it. But you can have something like that. Tease that, but don't show the audience who this is directly. Then throughout the season, we can have scenes of, oh, there's a bloody door. Oh, Homelander's
Talking about the shapeshifter.
the penultimate episode of this series. This doesn't even feel like a cliffhanger. This feels like another day for the boys. This doesn't feel like a crazy, oh wow, this is right before the season finale type thing, dude. Oh man. Listen, I could go on more, but to be honest with you, I don't really feel like it. This video's already hella long as fuck anyway. But yeah, man, it's your boy Daffy. Listen, if you're liking the season of if you like the season of the boys, power to you. Listen, shout out to that good brother High C, man. That boy High C makes some good quality.
This man gave me a shout out at the end of his video, dude.
Content over there.
I appreciate it, man.
He's popping off right now. Shout out to my man High C. Listen, good brother. Wow. I am not feeling this season, bro. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments below. It's me, your boy Daffy, and I will see you all in the next episode. Y'all make sure you take care of yourselves, guys, and have a good one. Peace.
I think this was a fair criticism. I think there were some good points made. What about y'all?
I think we had a good discussion all around.
Yeah. Oh, this was pretty good.
Holy shit! How long have you been streaming?
Like probably almost like 3 hours. It's fucking 125. I think I started at like 10:40 something. This was a pretty good video. Like I said, it's cool that we could just have discourse. Like, obviously we disagree on things, but it's just, yeah.
It's nature of opinions, yeah.
Yeah. Did you like the finale?
I did like some things in the finale. Actually, I think if you go down to the comments, I think I left my thoughts generally on the finale. I don't remember what I said exactly.
This video was recorded before the finale. I liked a lot of things with the finale. Genuinely, with the overwhelming majority of this video, damn, not the final trailer. Okay, you're talking about Deadpool. But the overwhelming majority of this video, I still feel the same about. Butcher killing Newman irked me to no end because, of course, he needs to impede their progress.
That did kind of piss me off.
Wait, what do you mean impede their progress?
That kind of pissed me off. It's like, oh, cool, we're about to make some actual like headway. Like Newman's gonna help us take down. Oh, we gotta have some roadblock in the way. Oh, Butcher, what are you doing here? Like, oh god.
Well, the whole goal, though, of the season was to kill Newman. They kind of flipped it in the way that they did it. They made us feel sympathy before it happened, but the overall plot was like they wanted to kill Newman, and they did it. So I still feel like there's some sort of progress happening there either way. Like, obviously, It would have been ideal. Like, we would have liked for her to help Butcher, but again, you have Ryan who fucking killed Mallory. That was just kind of his breaking point. None of them really accounted for that.
It's the penultimate season, and like we're holding a fat fucking L. Like, we got virus. Oh, boom, Butcher has virus. Oh, Newman's gonna help. Newman's dead. Fuck, bro. What are we gonna do?
Yeah, And that's kind of the boys in general. It's like you think something's going well, but like things just kind of just keep getting worse. It's gonna be really hard to end a conflict like this. Like,
oh yeah,
it's gonna be really hard. But yeah, it's been almost 3 hours. I might react to one more take. I don't know if you trying to. I think you've been.
That's all good, bro. I'll let you do your thing, bro.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I appreciate you coming on the stream, bro.
Absolutely, man. For sure. You take care. Everybody, leave a like on the stream. Shout out that good brother High C, and yeah, thank you again for having me, bro. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir, man. You take care.
All right, for sure, bro. I'll talk to you. Peace.
Yes, sir. Okay. Well, that went pretty good. That went pretty good. It's been almost 3 hours. We might look at one more. I definitely was not expecting to spend this amount of time. Like, it's been 3 hours. Like, we literally spent 3 hours on one vid. I was not expecting that. Yeah, Butcher lost his shit because of Ryan. That's what I was saying. 3 hours? Has it really been 3 hours? Hang on. I definitely was not. Okay, well, it's almost been 3 hours. Are you gonna keep the stream up? Well, I did kind of want to react to. I did kind of want to look at one more. But yes, I am gonna keep the stream up. I am gonna keep the stream up. Okay. Is this the Amazing Lucas? We could do one more. We could do one more. I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna do this one, and then I'm gonna just call it. Hi CHD question: you getting the new Doom game? Probably not. I'm not really like big on Doom. I'm not really big on that type of stuff. 2 hours and 45. Okay, so we'll do one more. We'll look at this one. The Boys season 5 was mid for me. This was by Amazing. I think this is Amazing Lucas. Let's take a look at this one. Somebody said, I want you. Bro, what the fuck? What? You want me? Like, yo, y'all niggas weird as fuck. Y'all niggas weird as hell. What the hell?
What's up, guys? Today we are going to discuss the season finale of The Boys. That is correct. I just finished watching it, and I'm going to be honest with you, okay? I know there are a lot of people who are celebrating, this season that are loving it. For me, I think this was probably one of the weakest seasons thus far. And it's a bit difficult to pinpoint where exactly
like one of the weaker seasons. This man put season 5. That is true. Why is there fucking season? Why did he put season 5?
Happened or why? It just, in totality, it just was meh to me. It just felt mid. For example, one of the reasons that I love the show is Homelander.
By the way, I should probably pin the fucking my Discord server. Hang on. I'll pin it just in case anybody wants to join it. Okay. Wait. That didn't pull up correctly. Hang on. Okay, and then I can pin it here. Alright. Discord leaks is pinned for anyone who wants to join it. The Discord server. Butcher will almost kill Ryan, but I think he'll finish his story arc saving him, dying in the process. I guess we'll see. We'll see, bro. But let's get into this one.
Right? Is Homelander, this conflict with the boys, that dynamic is amazing. And it's been great to see this evolution of Homelander to where he is, right now in season 4 or whatever. Because I think in season 3, it was awesome, right? His chains are broken. There were great moments in that season where he thinks he's found his father, he's got his son. Everything's just coming together. Like even at the end of that season where he lasers the guy. And it's just like, it was crazy that he did that in public because the whole veneer is off. But it was even more crazier that they started applauding for him. I was like, this is gonna be insane. This is gonna be crazy. Like, what is going on? I feel like they dropped the ball in season 4 because now, when it comes to Homelander, he's very much, not to get in spoiler, but he's coming off as a Hitler-esque figure. That's where it was. Where one of the things that he had issue with when it came to, I forgot the Nazi chick, but he was like, every single time she was like, yeah, he's gonna be the leader of our race and everything. He was like, I don't know about that. He was always distant to that. But now that he's really one with his son, now it seems that he's embraced that completely. But instead of white, blonde hair, blue eyes, now he's gone the route of superhero. And if you don't like it, off to the concentration camp with you. I can't root for somebody like that.
Whoa. Wait, what? What did he say?
Off to the concentration camp with you. I can't root for somebody like that. And
Well, his problem with Stormfront was like the race thing, like, you know, like white, you know, superior. But he's always been like, he's always thought, you know, Supes were above like regular people. He's always been like for the Soup stuff, like Supes are superior. He's always been like that. With Stormfront, it was more so like the race stuff that he just didn't like, you know, white superiority that he didn't care for. But he's always been like Supes are superior, if that makes sense. He's always been like that though. And then he says, I can't root for somebody like that. Like, Lucas, Homelander isn't somebody Homelander isn't somebody you're supposed to root for, homie. Like, he's the bad guy. Like, there are moments where you can sympathize with him. There's some moments you can laugh at him. Homelander is definitely not the type of guy that you're supposed to be rooting for. Like, come on, my guy.
the great thing about heroes is that there's always a little piece that you can root for them. It's like, okay, he's a bad guy, but I mean, he has
何事も最初が肝心だ。気を引き締めなくては。
So he has a fair point, right? There's always something there that it's not so, you know, black and white, where it's like, he's a villain, he's a bad guy, rah, 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 rah. This is a good guy, we should be rooting for him. That there was a little shade of gray with Homelander. Where
not necessarily. It's more so like you were supposed to like his personality in the sense, but he's still a bad guy. Like, you're not supposed to be rooting for him.
this season,
We like Homelander, but no one wants to be on his side. Hell no, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's not the type of person to like look up to and say like, hey, I hope he wins. Like, no, he's a bad guy.
there is no justification. It's very much he's gone, hey, my way or I laser you. There is no charisma, right? There are certain moments in, you know, other seasons there was charismatic points, right? Even though he may have been doing something crazy, even, you know, for example, the blind guy, like, pff, there is something like this guy's funny. So it's almost reminiscent, I hate to say it, of Trump, but there is
But he literally he took his hearing away, bro. Like, there was an element of like shock value, like a little bit funny to that, but he still just does something bad. Like, you can laugh at something while still acknowledging how fucked up it is, but it's still fucked up. That's the point. Like, Homelander is a fucked up individual.
points where it's like, you know, like, he's bad guy, but he's funny. He's doing it, you know, I'm getting a laugh out of it. It's amusing. Where now, in season 4, it's not really amusing, okay? It's not really amusing at all. He's gone off the deep end, and he seems to be very much unpredictable. So there's a certain, I don't know, je ne sais quoi of knowing how this person would react in certain environments, in certain, you know,
And
actions
even
with
then,
around.
in like in the lab scene, like when he was, I'm sure there were a few people that kind of like sympathized with Homelander or rooted for him, quote unquote, when he was getting his revenge against those scientists or whatever. So there's elements where they like kind of say, you can kind of root for him here and there. But in terms of like him just straight up just doing fucked up shit, yeah, no. He literally told the girl to jump off a roof. Like, yeah, no, just no.
Around certain people where now it's like, yo, this dude, ever since he went downstairs to get rid of the people that did him wrong, I don't know what's going on. And then Sister Sage, this season just seems that there's so many spinning plates. Even at the end of the episode, more spinning plates. And I'm just like, it doesn't seem like they're all working together. That's what it seems like to me. When it comes to Huey, I don't care for Huey. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. They hate this kid for some reason, especially what they had him when it came to him being the Black Widow or whatever. That whole episode.
Black Widow? You mean fucking Web Weaver? I mean, didn't they literally give him a kill? Like, against, like, the people that Kamiko was fighting? I don't think they hate it. Why do people keep saying they hate him? Like, he literally fucking, hang on, Huey versus, there was this, they literally gave him, like, a kill scene. Yeah, like, he toughened the fuck up in this one. Hang on. I don't think they outright hate him. Like, they definitely give him some shine here and there. I mean, every character goes through some shit, but again, that's just kind of the boys. And even more so in season 4, since like everybody in the team is just going through fucked up shit. They're all like at a breaking point. I don't think that's something like exclusive to Huey. It's just kind of the nature of the show. But this whole idea that the show writers hate Huey, I feel like that's kind of false. Like, they clearly give him some good moments here and there.
It's just, I don't care for Huey. It's at this point, like, just knock him off, bro. Just X him out of the show. That's where we are. Because I'm tired of seeing them torturing this dude.
Unleash the power of the Mixamo Animation Library to bring your metahuman characters to life inside Unreal Engine with the Mixamo Animation Retargeting plugin.
Alright, that was weird.
Dude, and him having this face. That's where we are. Because I'm tired of seeing them torturing this dude and him having this face. He always has that same face. You know, whether it's him dealing with his dad, I personally think that episode 5 was the best out of the season. Episode 5 was, man, that was heart-wrenching, bro. Heart-wrenching. You know, him dealing with that, him dealing with the spider, him dealing with his, you know, starlight and everything. It's just like, man, y'all are just, this guy's being tortured throughout the all these seasons.
Again, all the characters are going through shit, though. That's kind of like the nature of it. Like, Butcher's literally about to fucking die. Frenchie's going through his shit. Everybody's saying, well, Frenchie needs to be happy. Which, again, they did go that route with Kimiko at the end, but again, that's just kind of, it's kind of the nature of it. Like, MM's getting hives, like, he's suffering from being the leader. Like, all of them were suffering, I feel like.
We start off with,
yeah, I don't know what that ad was, bro. I don't know what that ad was, bro. I don't know.
With the boys of him being tortured, him losing his girlfriend. So, I don't know, man. I say
You mean the thing that, like, kicked off the show? And turned Huey into a more relatable character? What?
Put the kid out of his misery. That's where I'm at right now. When it comes to Starlight, I just don't care about her. I don't know what to tell you. Like, even when it came to the whole point where she was, punching firecracker and everything, I was like, yo, dang, that's crazy. But as a character, I'm just, Like, even in this episode, where she's like getting on Huey for sleeping with a spoiler for the clone. And I'm just like, really? You're gonna get on him for sleeping with a literal duplicate of you? It's just, I don't know, man. I don't care where her episode.
Dude, she was literally locked up in a house for like days on end. You have the fucking clone who was like flexing on her too. She was like, I fucked your husband, and she didn't know it was me. Haha. Obviously, she's gonna have some sort of a problem, like, but again, it's just her, like, she's not in her right state of mind. Like, it doesn't really try to frame Huey as bad for I guess, what he did, quote unquote. It's just more so for you to see both sides of the situation.
I don't care where she's going as far as her arc. Her regaining her powers, it kind of screamed to me Spider-Man 2.
I understand that's why she got mad about the ring. Like, yeah, like, dude, like, if I was locked somewhere and my spouse was, like, fucking her, like, you supposed to know me better than everybody, and then you propose to propose to this nigga, like, obviously I would be upset. And I don't even think she's more so upset, like, at Huey. It's more so just, she's just angry at the situation. Like, she's just angry at the overall situation, and it just kind of manifested when she was talking to Huey. That's all that was, to be real with you.
I just don't care. And how they ended the episode, I don't care. Like, I don't care to watch Hitler but with the cape. I don't know. Call me crazy. I don't care.
Hitler with the cape? I don't know.
Thing when it came to Butcher, that seemed a bit off character for Butcher. So I don't know if maybe when...
Wait, what do you mean?
How they ended the episode, I don't care. Like, I don't care to watch Hitler but with the cape. I don't know. Call me crazy. I don't care. One thing.
This was built up to, though.
When it came to Butcher, that seemed a bit off character for Butcher. So I don't know if maybe, once again, the alien is taking control of him, but that seemed to be off character for Butcher, to just take someone up and snap him in half. That didn't seem to be very Butcher-esque. So
You mean the dude who literally fucking bashed the Soup's head into a sink? Like he fucking lasered gunpowder in half, and what? You know how many ruthless kills Butcher has had throughout the show? But this is the one that's not in character. He uses fucking tentacles to rip Newman in half. That's not in character? What? Oh my god, what? Bruh, him literally ripping a Soup in half didn't seem Butcher-esque. Like, the most ruthless person in the show. Like, what? Okay. Like, what?
Again, the alien is taking control of him, but that seemed to be
off Mesmer. Like, bruh.
For Butcher to just take someone up and snap him in half.
How is that out of character?
Didn't seem to be very Butcher-esque. So maybe, like, the negative side of him has complete control, where he's split down the middle, and the bad part is just completely taken over. And I guess
he's just at his like breaking point with what happened with Ryan. Like, he had a Soup, he had hope in the situation, but everything that played out with like Ryan and Mallory, like, he tried to do the right thing, still got fucked over. Like, that was just kind of just like the breaking point. So that's why he was just like, man, fuck it. I'ma just fucking just go and kill Newman, and I'ma just do this whole shit myself. That's how that played out.
Symbiote
I don't see how that's like out of character. Butcher is meant to be a tragic character. That's the point.
Whatever it is that's inside him is going off. I don't know. I don't know where that's leading, but I also don't care. I don't know, man. There's just nothing here for me to continue watching.
And let's say it's out of character. The alien, yeah, that's the alien too. The alien's in him as well, so obviously he's more biased towards killing Soups now. Now that he's letting his bad side take over, so it's just like his argument holds no weight.
Episode or season 5, other than to see, okay, how are they gonna kill Homelander, right? Like, what else is there? Because what it feels like to me is that they jumped the shark. That's what it feels like. It feels like there's not a lot that can surprise me. There's not a lot of gore. I've seen darn near everything right now. So there's not a lot of them pushing the...
Not a lot of gore. I don't know if we were watching the same season. I don't know about him. This man said there's not a lot of gore. There's the Homelander lab scene. There was the I'm not even gonna try and entertain that.
Envelope. I feel like they could have wrapped this up in season 4, to be honest with you. That's where it could have ended. Perhaps I can be proven wrong, given season 5, but right now I just feel like it's on the decline, and I hate to see that of such a great show. I would like for it to end on top. And
yeah, like Homelander literally fucking ripped Webweaver in half. Like, what is dude talking about? There wasn't enough gore.
I mean, maybe they, bring it back up with season 5, but right now I feel like it's on, downhill. And just a little side note here. What I said about Frenchie and the whole pointless, gay sex love story thing going on, I was right. It was pointless. The same thing with Kimiko. Pointless. There was no reason for them to include that other than they wanted to have a gay love story. That was it. There was no reason whatsoever. It didn't move the story forward at all. There was no progression with this story about him and this dude that he apparently, killed the parents of. Nothing. Their parents aren't significant in the story. He's not significant in the story. It was a nothing burger. They just wanted to include it to have a gay moment. I don't know why, because there were plenty of gay moments throughout the season. Why do this with a character that doesn't benefit the story? That's where people haven't...
Again, like Collins, I'll say this again. Collins' whole point again, I do think they could have handled him better, but his whole point was essentially it was just essentially his past catching up to him. That's it. It was more so to just and it also ties it to the theme of forgiveness at the end too. But I do think like they could have handled him a little bit better.
Issue with, or that's where I have an issue with. That's where it comes off as force because it's not doing anything.
I wouldn't say it's like forced or anything. I definitely would not say it's forced.
I think that's where it's getting to the point when it comes to the violence. I don't have a problem with it.
He's not wrong about it distilled to how do we kill Homelander. He's not wrong about it being distilled to how do we kill Homelander. But that's always kind of the point, though. Weren't they, like, always going at Homelander? I'm going to need you to clarify that. They were always going at Homelander, though.
Right? That's where the boys, that's what they're known for. But now it's to the point where it's like, okay, got it. He punched a guy's head. Crazy. Wow. There's nothing that's really, I'll say, supplementing the story. I don't have a problem with violence that supplements the story. But there are certain points where it's just like, meh, I don't know what to tell.
Unless Frenchie's lover shows up later to help him somehow, they can't just drop it. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I do feel like they should have just they should have had Colin leave him and then show up at a later time. Colin shows up at a later time, and that's what I was saying. Like, Frenchie saves him at some point, and he kind of just sees, hey, obviously you were still a bad person, but I can at least see that you're trying to do better. Like, kind of offer a little bit of closure on that. That's kind of what I was expanding on earlier. So I get what he means. That's Butcher's main goal the whole show. Hang on, let me scroll up. Butcher won't kill Homelander. Well, he tried to kill Homelander last season with Soldier Boy, and even then with Soldier Boy, he only backtracked with Soldier Boy because he was willing to hurt Ryan in the process, and he wasn't down with that. But the goal has always been killing. Like, he does obviously want to kill Homelander.
Tell you, like, everything Homelander's done, it supplemented him being a separate individual from how he was portrayed in the media. When it came to the sheep and everything, that was dumb to me. I just like them sheep are ripping the people apart. I'm like, okay. So it just seemed overall weak to me. I'm sure there's some things that I'm missing or glossing over, but for me, it was mid. It was eh. Hopefully they do better in season 5. Maybe you guys enjoyed it, but that's the end of the review for me that I can think of off the top of my head. But maybe you guys enjoyed it. If you did, let me know why. For me, it just didn't have the same impact that season 3, 2, and 1 did. It just didn't.
That's fair.
If you
I would say the plot of the season is overall weaker, but still pretty good. Butcher looked completely healthy too. He's not in control anymore. I'd say there's still a part of him that is. Like when he's looking at the reflection and Kessler's sitting back there smiling and he kind of smiles back. I would argue he's still in control to a certain extent. Like, obviously he's letting Kessler influence him, but he's still like he can still take the reins like whenever he wants. But yeah, I think that's it for the stream. Sent you something in Discord general. What'd you say to me, nigga? Was this even a review? I don't know. I don't know what it was. I don't know. Is this why you named it? Bro, shut up. But no, but we're done with this stream. We're done. This was a pretty long-ass stream. So, I appreciate y'all tuning in. We gonna go ahead and... We still have 67 niggas in here. That's crazy. We gonna go ahead and end it here, though. Y'all will get a video probably in the next 2 days. I kind of haven't really uploaded in a minute because I was just kind of burnt out, honestly, just busy with other shit. But this is a pretty decent stream. We got to interact with Daffy. He made some pretty good points. This take was just bad, though. I don't know what the fuck Lucas was talking about. But I appreciate y'all. Oh, by the way, memberships are coming soon. I'm setting up memberships because I want to have those like fancy emotes in chat. So I will announce that soon. A lot of y'all, fuck, I can't even talk. A lot of y'all are asking about the big Bungie video. I've just, again, I kind of just burnt out. But that video is still coming. But yeah, I'm crashing out right now. I need to end the stream. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Be sure to follow my Twitch. This was a loaded stream. I think we had like 200 people in here at one point. Where the fuck is my Twitch at? Okay, Twitch. Follow my Twitch here. Trying to get to 100 followers. Discord. The Discord link is pinned if y'all want to join it. And yeah, I'm out this shit. I'm out. Where's the streaming music? Okay. Let me just scroll up. Let me find something. Okay, we'll just use this one. Yeah, this one sounds pretty good. But anyways, appreciate y'all tuning in. I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.